Hmm. Good then. Last in a few more maps because why not? Still haven't had a Great Revealer's Orb, Perfect Ruler's Orb, or Divine Draw. I don't know how that's possible, but it happened. Got a few Divines from trading by literally getting lucky in crafting gear, but nothing on the ground yet. If possible, we'll be able to get some big time upgrades and try some new things. I was hoping to put together some fun bits of tech, but tech requires investment, it seems. And when you're scrounging the currency exchange to try and get 5 exalts, it's a bad time. We just went out of town. Had a really good time with the girlfriend. She had to do some embassy work for immigration stuff. A little bit different, unusual thing I never thought I'd have to be a part of, but afterwards we toured a neighborhood that I did some work in, and, well, the way I described the neighborhood is Crackopolis. When I was working there, it was like literally dirty needles and dirty people everywhere, and it was an interesting time, let's just say that. And so I got to show her off that area, and I saw that the work was actually finally being done in the area, which made it feel a little bit special that it's getting cleaned up. It was a school at one point, but when I was there, it was entirely just crackheads. Mall, none of that matters. And so now it's going to be turning into a legitimate, nice area. It's right next to a park. Hopefully it'll bring some semblance of goodness to the people in that area, because, I mean, everybody who lives there is having a bit of an unfortunate time in their life, let's just say. Junk, and we've got 18% attack speed, that'd be worth using. And this is just an Omen Scepter. I'm hoping I rolled both, right? Yeah. I got Int, so I might be able to roll that onto another Scepter. And if I keep its base, even better. Just desperate to craft something helpful and good. One good thing with the Scepters, though, like, because the Recombinators, their ability to like craft anything worthwhile is pretty terrible. You select 2 mods and it's going to tell you have like a 10% chance of success, otherwise you're going to just blow up the item. Really disappointing how much they're nerfed Recombinators. But when you do hit that small chance, I mean, then you got 2 really good mods to work with.
I'll not say no.
And if you can get lucky 1 or 2 more times, then you got a really good item. And that's honestly what happened with, well, not this one. I bought one made one very similar to this, and then sold it and bought this one for the same price. What scepter skill are you using? Purity of Ice seems pretty good. Yeah, I need Purity of Ice because I still don't have a capped cold res. Without it, I'm kind of screwed. I still have extremely bad gear, and if I were able to get my res capped without Purity of Ice, I would 100% go for it, and then go for Malice so you get a little bit of critical weakness for bosses and the like. Like, Malice is pretty good. Also, hi cutie. Thanks for coming by. None of those are worth keeping at all. Need to find a way to get my dropping of things to be a little bit faster, because as it stands, when I'm dropping everything, if I have runes, I have to come to this rune page. Then if I have precursor stuff, I have to come to this precursor page. I can't just quick drop things, and it feels a little bit like I just fail at sorting my own goods. Crafting stuffs. Then I can buff this precursor tower with quantity and rarity. Oh right, I can do two. Precursors. Taking a rarity of items, so that way I have a chance of getting something. Increased quantity of waystones might actually be really nice. I might do the radiated, bring the level up. Reduce tribute, additional class hands. Already got the boss in there, so I can't use that, I'm pretty sure. Delirium increases 10% fast. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Because I don't care about using delirium stuff right now. I mean, I can do it, but it's a little bit awkward. I'd rather this go smooth and easy. And yeah, first Citadel, Copper, and there's another one right there that I could go towards. Hell yeah. Tony, you are like the 5th person to ask me that today, and no, they have not. They have definitely not fixed the free spirit, and apparently it was a thing last season. So like this is 20 spirit, still at 64, still at 64. They have not fixed the free spirit thing. Oh man, I was hoping I would get like a spirit gem so I could get blink on my bar, but I think I'm just gonna take Roa. There we go. Because I got 60 free spirit. I was really trying to make Trinity work, but it just, I mean, I found some really interesting things to do with Trinity to make it way better, but it just didn't work. Like I was using these fancy gloves, painter servants, and I found out through testing that you need them all to be the same 7% elemental, or not 7%, but just the same percent elemental, and it just didn't work. When it was 7%, it worked really well with Stormlance, but it didn't work with Lightning Spear, because with Lightning Spear I was getting Innervate and that broke it, and then I took it off, and it still wasn't working because Volt gives added damage as extra lightning. So when I took both of those off, it technically worked, but then it felt terrible and it wasn't worth using. And then yeah, I was able to get Trinity charged up all the way for all of them, but you can't get 100 in all three. You can only get 100 in one. So that's still 4 buffs of it, and I was able to get it like 13% each, so that's, what, 52% more damage? Still a lot of freaking damage, but with it being split between all the elements, because my damage is too low right now. Like, I got a good spear. It's a really good spear. Could be a lot better, but it's a really good spear. Because of that, though, I wasn't getting the most consistent shocks off. I wasn't getting any freezes off, and I was banking on it freezing enemies so that I could use that instead of Herald of Thunder to proc the Combat Frenzy. And the Ignites were obviously pretty weak. I didn't grab a map. And yeah, I tried so hard, and it did not feel good. And then I also tried seeing with Mystic Harvest with some Life Leech on. I just grabbed the Life Leech support gem to see how that would work, and it didn't feel good either. I was really surprised about that one, actually. I thought it would feel a lot better. This gotta be a critical chance somewhere. This one's critical damage, and it's probably better if I swap Death from Afar with Sand and Deliver. If I can ever get a... Oh, that's not bad. If I can ever get a couple greater Jeweler's Orb, I want to get Fork on Lightning Spear so I can see the split shot with these projectiles getting extra projectile when forking. Because it's the individual lightnings that could fork, and I'm curious to see how that would work. It might be ridiculous. And if it can't fork at all, then oops. It's worth testing though, but I think it'll be worth it to get fork on there and see what happens. I guess there's no crit chance. I mean, I could get the crit damage or like the little crit chance, but I'm probably gonna have to path up here, come towards spec. I don't want Spectral Ward. It doesn't fit. I know people are coming up here for Careful Assassin, and then down here and up and around. I mean, it's probably worth it because like I really need that int, and get those extra crit damage and crit bonus would be really nice. But that's a lot of pathing. It's a lot of pathing. It's probably worth it though. Then if I come up here for Careful Assassin, that it's a huge reduction to crit damage, but it's also a massive increase to crit chance, and that might be worth it. There's also Exposed to the Storm, which is fantastic. Then I might just get Lightning Explosion. Honestly, I think that's it. Get Lightning Explosion, Wildstorm, and that would be good points. Yeah, let's do this then. What scepter are you using, Tony? I'm guessing you're using the Omen for the critical weakness. Battle Factory's not done. Oh, I must have just opened it.
Lightning strikes twice.
Oh, I grabbed the Roa, but I didn't even get on it. One thing that's weird about the Roa, when it starts gathering the fear, like I know it's stun, but it just works like fear. It doesn't go back down, it seems. I know I went in a map and it was staying and staying and staying. I don't know if they fixed it or not, but I definitely noticed. See, like right now, I got that stun threshold for Roa, and it just stays there. Like it should have been gone and dusted a long time ago. And so if you get into the point where you're having a really hard time sticking around because your Roa is about to kick you off, you have to dodge roll off that thing, and then just climb back on, and then that gets rid of it. Like, how weird. Little oddities. And I definitely noticed the Roa, you wouldn't want to use it for bossing, because I did. I used it to do my Trial 3 Secumus, and when you're running around with Stormlance, it doesn't throw your Stormlance where you want it to. It's not so much an issue for Lightning Spear, because Lightning Spear bounces and finds its targets like a heat-seeking missile, so it's okay. But with Stormlance, you want that to be pinpointed. Oh. Get off the road before it bucks me off. Oh. That guy was a bit obnoxious. I missed him twice with my first two empowered spear throws. That was embarrassing. But, we got him at least. One thing that I've definitely started liking though, you can't use it with the Roa, but it's spear fields. It stops people from being able to swarm you. You stomp the ground, gives you rage and everything else. I'm using it as a really nice support skill. It knocks them back, and I guess I don't need potential on anymore. I took off the second cock. I was trying to do two cocks at the same time, which is a great idea. I just love it. It's such a dumb joke, but it's so good. And so anyways, one was going to be Sniper's Mark only, so that it would proc a lot, and then one was going to be Sniper's Mark and Profane Ritual, so I'd get a couple of power charges throughout the map, and then I'd just use the Spear Field Stomp to generate the power charges. Or sorry, consume the power charges, so that way you'd get it for the charge infusion. But then it wasn't necessary at all, and I would much rather have potential support in Infused Weapon, but you can't put it there because it doesn't, you don't cast it manually, so it doesn't work. And then I was thinking potentially putting it in with like Lightning Spear, but I don't have enough charges, or not charges. I don't have enough sockets yet for that. Throw your spear, what the hell? Huh, that thing one-shot me. You just got the Wake of Destruction boots and now you can spam it on the boss? That's cool. I like that concept.
Here it comes.
I am a fan of the Stormlance because they nuke the boss as long as, you know, you don't do something stupid like I did on that first run. And just stand there thinking it'll die when he's doing his one-shot ability. I was thinking about getting those... Oh, right, the map cleared because of that. That's sad. I was gonna go back and do the rares. But yeah, how is Primal Strike feeling for you? I haven't used it since the campaign, so I don't know what it's like. And the last time I tried it, it consumed the shocks when I was struggling to put shocks on, so I had to run away from it. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Of course.
It's pretty good. Is it better damage than the Stormlances? Because it might be worth it. I could take off... I mean, I'm using Spear Field for support by just dropping it like that, and then the enemies get knocked back, but... It was hard for you to get the charges? I'm kind of surprised by that. The other reason why I was thinking 2 cocks at the same time was so that way you can get a second set of Sniper's Mark. You can't put 2 on there. I tried, unfortunately, just cast them both at the same time and makes it slower for them to cast. But having a second one with a way to slow it down, like this one has increased energy, so if you could like offset it, it should work. 4 to 5 times faster than Stormlance. Oh damn. Well, that's pretty damn good. Like, I know as soon as I get 1 more support gem here, I'm going to double the damage on support lance, but I won't be able to double how many casts on crits I do, so that's definitely a thing. That would slow me down a lot. So it might be worth it to go Primal Strike. Upgrade. I gotta upgrade these 2. How am I out of transmutes? Of all things, I'm out of transmutation orbs. Well, even if your gears are bad, that shouldn't hold you up too much. It should be... Oh, I can actually roll something here. I got this rare one. Give me fire resists. Or all LE resists! 14 all LE res. Oh shit. This could be my new ring. I needed LE res so bad. I needed so many resistances. Oh man. Okay, this actually might be something good. The mana I don't need, but even if it rolls bad, it might be good for somebody. Ah, god. Except for those are 3 really good prefixes. That's 3 really good prefixes. Honestly, I'd be surprised if it's less than a div. Mine's better than this guy's, and he wants a div. And he's even got the... not too much. But yeah. Let's try to get a div for this, because it is very, very good. Honestly, I can't afford with only 29 life, though. It's going to get me killed. I really want it, though, because then I could mess with these and potentially take off the scepter. Damn, it's so close. Then I could get a belt without lightning and then get chaos on something else, obviously. This here is my best resist item entirely. By a mile. You got a lot of bosses to hit going straight forward towards the Copper Citadel. That's fantastic. Well, honestly, the Storm Lance shouldn't mess with you even if you have terrible gear, because if you come down here, explosive shot, look at level 17 one. Take off the Roa, and then say I have this. You could even get like reduced duration, so reduced. Nope. Come here for explosive spear. Where is that one? Overabundance is really good too because reduced skill effect duration. Except for that one doesn't work on it. Never mind. Deliberation. Where's the one where it's like reduced? I don't know what this one is. Inflict bleeding. Salvo. This one here I think is going to be fantastic for a lot of things. I just need to figure out if it can be good for this build. Probably not, because it just auto casts a lot of things, which isn't good for Stormlance, but it could be amazing for Lightning Spear. Spectral Volley could also be great. Dauntless. Nope. More accuracy if used while empowered. Nice. Oh shit, finally. I just lowered the cost on this one, so yay, yay, something's finally selling. Oh man. I was hoping to get 3 for this, but now I'm getting 2. It's a really good spear though. Like really good. Almost as good as mine. Blindside I need to get as a support. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's don't have it yet though. Where are you? Expedite? Less detonation time. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Perfect. Yes, we found a great skill for it. Explosion. No, spear, detonation time. Where is it? 1.5 seconds instead of 2.5. Nice. Very, very, very nice. Gems, support. I don't know why they went to put that as the main thing. Like, that's number 1 what you want on there. Fast forward, less skill effect duration. I think that's the one. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I discovered that thing there. Okay, so less skill effect duration does not affect the detonation time, unfortunately. Damn. And overabundance doesn't affect it either. But now you could go something like and then it feels really, really good. You could still take overabundance and put that in there, so that if you wanted to mess with the timing some more, you could go like this. See what I mean? That's a lot of damage that way. A lot of damage, and then you don't need frenzy charges. I'm kind of curious what's... It might be worth it for me to just go that way anyways. Because that's... Oh. Because when I put overabundance on these spears, they do proc faster. It's just, I'm gonna need to find a way to make explosive spear proc faster. Even faster than that. Because that's obviously guaranteed every time. Alright, now I'm gonna see one thing here. Stormlance. Detonation does 23,933, which is a lot. 5,200 damage per second. And then does the detonation on top of it. So the Lodge Spear and the Frenzied are basically the same thing, except for the difference is when you use the Frenzy, Or I guess when you do the normal, it does the zap, zap, zaps like that. But when you do the frenzy, instead of just detonating right away, it does all the zaps and then detonates itself and then leaves shock around as well. So it's better than explosive spear because it would be using, that's lightning spear, not stormlance, because it would do the 5200 damage on top of the 24,000. And one thing to see here, the frenzy charged, it has the lodge spear duration of 1.5 seconds. You take something like overabundance and you put that on stormlance, so instead of 1.5 second lodge spear duration, it's now 0.75 seconds, and it feels amazing. It feels like ridiculously good to use. It's way safer to play yet. And this gives you a couple more things that you could be tossing out, and if you accidentally double toss the storm lances, it doesn't mess you up. But one thing I really need to do, like really need to do, is come here and get a few more gem cutters prisms. Oh, they're getting so expensive too. The reason why you need it is because you definitely need to get the +1 lodge spear, because that and overabundance gives you 5 spears. So when you do this and this, you're getting 5 in the ground, almost doubling it, obviously. And then if you had 2 frenzy charges, you could go like that and just have 5 spears explode the guy's face. Or if you don't have any frenzy charges, toss that down to get the fire explosion, then do that to proc all 5 of them. How do you do, Moon? How's it going? We just started here, blasting some maps. I haven't done this one yet. Testing a few things around a little bit, but mostly just trying to go fast. Trying desperately to get any bit of income going.
Tolerance of the intolerable is admirable.
Straight through the air.
I'll grab these. I've somehow run out of transmutation shards. There we go. I tried getting Trinity online today, but see, like that, for example, was the explosive spears going off to proc it because I didn't have any frenzy charges at the time, so it's worth it. Alrighty. Get away from my essence. I want that with a Val Orb, so I'm just gonna come and get it later. I want to just pop. Like I did not want to pop. Running out of mana here. So I'm fearing what this is going to be like when I have 6 links on it. I also have no mana on kill yet, which would be the easiest way to fix it. I just need another jewel slot. Branch Spear. All things that will come in time. Hey, how to get Nexus to work. I got T8 maps, but can't get Nexus. What do you mean Nexus? Nexus, like, are you talking about the towers? I don't know what you mean by Nexus. Sorry, Moonman. I do not know what you're asking. Oh, the towers? You need to do them, and depending on the waystone you clear it with, depends on how many precursors you can use it on it. So if you use like a blue map, you get 1 slot for a precursor. If you use it with a yellow map, you get 2 slots. If you use it with a fully maxed out yellow map, you get 3 slots to put in tablets. Oh boy, this guy is hitting me hard. Got him though.
Storm fight.
Yeah, using explosive spear threw me off because it used a few frenzy charges immediately. See, like it does the explosion right away. So you can't keep that rotation going. I guess if you're using explosive spear barrage, you wouldn't want any frenzy charges in there at all because that really messes it up. Makes it really confusing as to like what you're doing and how it works out. I was sitting there waiting for things to pop and there was nothing popping and I didn't know what was going on. Then I realized there was burning ground and it was from the explosive spear. Oh, the corruption nexus. Yeah, you gotta keep defeat all rare and unique monsters. Okay, you gotta keep going to the places on the map. I guess I don't have any visible right now. I've done all of mine. Yeah, I've done all of mine, so I can't show you what it looks like, but there'll be corruption, and then there'll be a map with a special icon, not this corrupted one, but it's a little red ball that looks different than that. You do that, and if you beat it, you cleanse the area and it turns into this. And then when you have a cleansed area, I'm not too sure what happens after that because I've gotten absolutely nothing good from these spots. But you do get these little pillars around that if you stand near them, it gives you extra rarity of items dropped. So maybe eventually it'll be worth, I don't know, going into the maps and getting the drops there. I'm just trying to push really hard because my Atlas completion is far behind where I'd like it to be. And if you get those points, obviously that's stats for maps that I really want.
Proof of my prowess.
Okay, good. We've unlocked all the rares. I can't wait for the patch that's probably coming tomorrow because then the rares are visible on the map all the time. I really, really hope they do something for making Recombinators slightly better. Like, it doesn't need to be much better, but just if you take 2 mods, make it really likely to hit. Because as it stands, if you have 2 mods with what I have, it's legitimately like a 9% chance to hit if you take 2 good ones. They're like, oh, you're using 2 good of options. It's like, yeah, but I'm also only picking 2. Like, please, just let me have 2.
Of course. Go on.
One here. He 8 cold damage, increased damage with both. These are pretty high rolls. I doubt that works with the Ascendancy. No, this one. Attacks using your weapon have added physical damage equal to 25% on the weapon. Okay, so that would not count with the quiver, unfortunately. But this is still going to be good for a bow. A bow M is on. So a bow is on. Apparently it's worth 10. If it'll sell. Let's hope it sells. Because I desperately would love it to sell. Go babies. I can't believe I made 1 sale. I had a bit of a late day, so I did not expect anyone to be on. This feels like a treat. Yay me. I wonder if Expedite works on Stormlands. Let's see here. The Lodge Spear duration, is that it? No. Okay, it doesn't say anything about the duration there. Frenzy charge duration though, 1.5 seconds with normal stuff. I don't think I have anything else on there. 1.5. No, it won't even let me. Even though it has a detonation, because it's not a detonator, it won't let me have Expedite on there. It would have been pretty cool to have it, but no dice. No dice. I guess I'll take off Explosive Spear. What am I going to put on there? I don't even know. I'm trying so hard to just find a good anything. It's going to be a lot easier when I hit level 90 because I got these uncut spirit gems. They were super cheap, and I can't believe how cheap the level 20 spirit gems are, but yeah, I'm taking advantage of them when I got them. I want one for Trinity even if I don't have it online yet. I won't be able to put one on Cast on Critical because it costs too much. Way too much intelligence. I don't have 205. I wanted something like Blink too, but that's not happening. Reaper's Invocation doesn't work with range. Berserk is too expensive, and I don't have much for Rage Gen yet. Honestly, probably another... I can't do that though until I upgrade the spirit, my scepter to get another cast on critical, which is what I'm planning on using most likely. Overwhelming Presence could have been good, but again, too much strength requirement. I don't have enough cold to get off Herald of Ice. Man Remnant's not worth it. Elemental Invocation got nerfed, and again, I just have shocks. I wonder if I can run a second Combat Frenzy. That's something worth looking into. Could I get a second Combat Frenzy to give me double the Combat Frenzy charges? Yeah, I think that might be it. Make mapping feel a hell of a lot better that way. Huh. Surprised I didn't think of that earlier. I wish I had it right now. Well, damn. That's the game plan. Yeah, if anybody here knows if that is allowed in the game, that'd be really nice to know. Curse you not having enough spirit gems. Did I drop one in here at any point? Can you do Combat Frenzy? No, you can't. Damn. Don't have a high enough level one. Still don't have that slot open though, so I guess I'll just put Roa in anyways. It's messing with me. I don't want to have Roa, but it works. Sort of. I mean, it's honestly really fun to run around with it on, but... Oh yeah, I think I got the Roa combat mount. Skills, Purity of Ice, no. I guess not yet. That's probably the next one. Whatever. But yeah, there's gonna be that, actually, he still kind of looked like a Velociraptor. That's cool. The new skill gem swap that they're giving for free next, well, Friday, I believe. And it's gonna make it have an armored Roa. So it's literally horse armor. But, you know, free, unlike what Bethesda did back in the day. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but Oblivion, they made horse armor a thing, and they charged people like $5 for it, and it was essentially the first ever microtransaction. And it opened the door to gaming now.
That was almost a challenge.
Yeah, if you are not a fan of the gacha style system and the mobile gaming and everything, that is Bethesda's fault with Oblivion and their horse armor. It's not the most egregious thing that ever happened, but it was the first stone. Lots of skillies. That said, though, they kind of made up for it with like Shivering Isle. People really liked that one. as a broke kid at the time, I never played Shivering Isle, but I heard good things. And then when Skyrim had their DLCs, I actually enjoyed the hell out of those. I mean, that's also dated now, but oh man, they had a few bangers back to back. I'm surprised that people still play Skyrim right now because I don't feel like it held up very well. But for its time, it was incredible. Heroic just went and got itself killed, I'm pretty sure.
Straight through the heart.
The other thing that I was thinking of using for the Spirit Gem was obviously having the pet out there, like the Pokemon. But unfortunately, it cost way too much Spirit. It was 104 Spirit before the reservation reduction, so it'd be like over 70 though, after going down the companion nodes on the tree, and that's still too much. It's still way too much. I'd understand 60 for the higher ones and like 30 for the lower ones. I mean, it's pretty powerful if it can stay around you and stay alive, but you still have to track it down and keep it alive and stay close. Like, it's a lot of management for one skill. It's not like it's just buff on. So I feel like they could afford to bring it down and feel better for classes. And I know it costs less spirit for people, well, with less spirit, because it's percentage-wise, but it really, really punishes somebody for using Scepter and Spear, which just makes the most sense. Like, it feels great, so why wouldn't you use it? I mean, there's the people with the Lycosade shield, so they don't use it because they're getting double accuracy rating. This here's another completely valid option, especially if you can get something like there we go. If you can get something like Trinity support online, and then you don't need to worry about anything. It just works, and you're doing stupid amounts of damage, like over 50% more damage than one single spirit gem. But without it, you know, then you'd just be way worse off than using Lycosade. But then there's the Sacred Flame one that is like 50% more damage on top of it, and then would also allow you to use Trinity support. So like literally 100% more damage for having the Sacred Flame Spear plus Trinity. Like, holy crap. It's way too good. I'm surprised not many people are using Trinity, but like obviously I don't have it on my bar now, and it's just because I have crap gear. If I had better gear, I could afford to take off the Roa and then take off Herald of Thunder and use other means to get cold damage, and then use my own cold damage to freeze to get Combat Frenzy going. But as it stands, I need all these other little intermediaries to get me there.
Yes.
Terrible, terrible. Actually, that's 127 energy shield. I think that's a pretty... Oh, it's 2 rolls. That's why.
Of course.
Salvaging all the goodies.
Yes.
Speaking of good games, has anybody here played Faster Than Light?
Indeed.
I really, really like Faster of Light. I haven't played it in a long time, but man, that's a good one. Like, so unbelievably good. Oh, I got the accuracy light radius. That's funny. So I got 2 accuracy nodes right now. One of them good, one of them bad. If I hit flat accuracy on it, this would actually be pretty good. Like, if you hit flat accuracy and percent fizz, this would be really good. Let's see here. What did I hit? I got flat attack speed and a really high roll. This has the means to be worth something. Yeah, In Faster Than Light, you would be popping around on your ship, messing around trying to get yourself from one sector to the other, and then also just randomly commit horrible acts of war crimes. It's a really nice, relaxing war crime simulator, which is most video games, to be fair. Oh man. I am so low on all my currencies now. I don't even have regal orbs after this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Really? I can't go... Oh, I can come up there like that. Okay, good. I thought I locked myself out of a path on the tree here, so luckily I'm still good to go. Precursors. The boss ones are up here. Yeah, on those little... This is freezing, maybe? Yeah, failed connect to the instance. That's unfortunate. I was wondering why that was taking so long. I wonder if I have a broken map or if I'll get lucky now. Okay, there we go. That's better. I had really bad lag for a second there. It was messing me up. I pressed the button and it was like 2 seconds later I was doing things. And yeah, that's not something you want when you're fighting for your life in these games. Got like literally 0 defenses, so you need to be preemptive with your offenses to survive. I'm definitely tempted to try and bring this into more of an energy shield kind of build path. I was sticking away from that initially because the one node that gave you a bunch of life leech based on your elemental damage. But then I tested it and it didn't feel the best. I mean, maybe if you had it on your gear to give you a bunch of life leech on your gear, but I was using it with the fizz as leech support gem, and it felt like I was getting basically nothing from it. And who knows, maybe the Fizz's Leech support gem just doesn't work with it. Maybe that one doesn't do a convert, but it should. That's what the Ascendancy point says it does, so. It also might have been an issue of me only having 3 support slots, and me taking one of the damage ones away for Life Leech just meant I wasn't doing enough damage to Leech, but should have been enough. And it's not even like it wasn't leeching, it definitely was, it's just it was so slow. So the other alternative is like leech instant. See where that is on the tree. I'd have to come all the way here for Valpack for life leech is instant, but I wouldn't want all of it. I'd want this one, so you'd have to anoint or get it on a Megalomaniac. 20% of leech is instant, and then that would be really good. That would actually be really good if you did that afterwards. That's what Deerfield and 1 Stormlance is so unbelievably good against those. Excuse me. Had a tickle in my throat. Surprised that was a rare, it just seemed like a normal dude. Howdy do, everyone. How's it going tonight? Having a bit of a late night stream here. Spent a lot of time trying to figure things out. And then when my figuring led me to your gear sucks so you can't properly test this, I decided to just turn my brain off and hammer maps. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Roa, it fits very well with the brain off sentiment for tonight. With that said though, I'm fully on board for answering questions. Just remember, this is dumb Tyler time. And I think everybody's not obligated, but entitled to a little bit of dumb time. Oh, that one didn't have a frenzy. Let's see. You seriously almost one-shot me. Holy crap. I guess that means I have just enough defenses. And then it gave me no map. Ugh, no map. Okay then. I think one way they can make the row better is give it a button. And then instead of having to click on it to mount it, you press the button and the Roa runs up and just like scoops you onto its butt. And you keep running with it, like it doesn't mess with your timing or anything. It'd be kind of similar to how it works in Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Great game, by the way. Horrible intro to everything because I can't remember his name right now. I should remember it because he did all the Metal Gears, and then every single mission put his name on intro and outro credits for like 100 missions in that game. So you see his name 200 times. I think it's Miyazaki, but I'm pretty sure Miyazaki is probably Dark Souls. I can't remember. Yeah, anyways, super well loved artist. Then he made the Amazon essentially simulator, where if you go outside in the rain, you age and die. And I haven't heard anything from him since. But his final Metal Gear Solid was really solid. True to the namesake, I guess. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And junk for the second mod. Accuracy 2.5% crit chance. This is a good one to potentially craft onto. Go like that, and then these ones can all get sold and junked.
Indeed.
Okay. Anybody here got any, I guess, recommendations for flips to make money on the currency exchange? Because I got currency. I mean, I got gold, but I don't got currency. So I need to be able to find some good ways to flip, and actually build this up. Clean this up. Tired of looking at this.
Have you found more of what?
This one, and then the rest are Sanctum now. Yeah, the rest are Sanctum.
Speak.
You know, I don't like bucklers, but that's a pretty good one. The low block chance, max lightning resistance, a decent life roll, a decent fire res roll, and then it has extra block. I don't want to keep it, but I'm going to. Is it worth anything? Probably not. Take off the max, even though it's good. Probably like a div. Put it out there. Because it was saying about 20 with 3 of the mods, or 30 with 3 of the mods, so that could be much better. This could have been so good. 149 mana, a little bit of spirit. If that spirit was big, this would have been worth a lot. 51% spirits, so close. So close. It does have the double spirit roll, which is what you're looking for, but I need, I think I need 80, and they're kind of pricey. 51% cost, absolutely nothing. With big mana?
Go on.
Nothing. Big stuff. That one's worth nothing, and that's worth breaking down. Copper set. What? Alright, we gotta do this one. I was almost tricked. We got a bunch of tier 5s now, which is nice. I actually stockpiled a few. This one here, since it's just a shrine or a hideout, I'm going to do a lower level map and try to get, I don't know, anything from it.
Lightning strikes twice.
So this one, they can have a ton of enemies, and this is what where Spearfield really shines. Okay, where's all the enemies? The last time I was here was like nearly endless. There's like a full map's worth of enemies in just this area. Interesting. A lot less. Wasn't expecting that. If you didn't know it, I mean, it's ridiculously expensive, but there's a superbly good charm. It's, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a gold charm, and it gives you aspect of the bear. Oh my god. It's whenever you kill a rare, you get aspect of the bear for 20 seconds. It's basically a headhunter, but better. And like, a lot better, because it has the bear come around and slam, and it's its own really cool mod. And then gives you...
This is what I get for fraying you. Here it
well,
comes.
the gold charm stuff, so it gives you rarity and everything that you'd ever want from... Ah, crap, I used the Frenzy Church by accident. I guess I... Whoa, run away. I guess I didn't need to worry about anything there, but yeah, so you're walking around, you got these crazy bears slamming around, like, you got extra rarity, you're stealing mods, you're moving faster, it makes you take 20% less damage. Oh, it's so unbelievably good. It's probably the best defensive item in the game, and it's a charm, and it's super obscenely rare and hard to get, so nobody has it, so it's like worth a couple mirrors. It's the chasiest of chase items that none of us will probably ever get, but it's still super cool that it's in the game. Ooh. Really good fire roll, so I could roll that with something as well. Right now I'm just stockpiling these. If you're wondering why I'm not crafting with them right now, it's because I'm hoping, like, hope beyond hope, that we get a little bit better odds with the Recombinator come tomorrow. And I have the patience to hold off for a little bit. Probably a bad idea for me to do the Citadel right now with the stuff that I have, but I think we can do it. Do that. First Citadel. Probably a bad idea, but we're doing it. Let's go, baby. The good thing is, though, it's I'm pretty sure the dog would be the hardest one for me. This one here shouldn't be too hard because I can stay at range, and he mostly stays still, so as long as I can keep getting frenzy charges, like if my sniper's mark can keep going off, then we're good. Probably what would be best is if I had a manual cast snipers. Oh, I thought I was following that thing, but I guess it was some other weird orb. But if I could get a manual cast on top of the cast on crit, it'd probably be really ridiculously good for the boss, because then I guarantee having it on every time.
Clean kill.
Oh. Gotta be careful of those cats. They can actually take me out, surprisingly. Cast on crit, I really like it. Like, really like it. But it, oh, by the way, this is fun. You can just stomp them like that. Really mess them up, and it, oh, I guess, I was being a little cocky. Really mess them up with the knockback spam. And it's fun to do. Because, like, you got all these spears, what are they going to do? Just keep walking into it, keep giving you frenzy charges, keep making you stronger? It's pretty good. And I'm planning on eventually trying that with the armor break, because with my fizz weapon, that actually does a lot of fizz damage. Like, quite a bit of fizz damage. Ooh, it did it. Good.
Shake off the dust and let's fight.
And with all that fizz damage, I might be able to break the armor to get endurance charges, and then I guess it's just a matter of figuring out what I would do with the endurance charges. And with the endurance charges, like, would the tech be strong enough to work to give endurance charges in, like, a pinnacle fight? If so, that could be incredible. It would give me that little extra bit to go with weapon infusion, which is not too big of a deal, but then also giving you, like, say, Infernal Cry might be super worth it. Never used Infernal Cry yet, but I want to. I have a feeling it would be pretty good with this.
A worthy foe.
One, your damn proximal tangibility. This is the worst mod. Like, actually the worst mod. When you get this against the
Straight through the art.
what's the one where you blow everything up with the bombs? I can never remember the names. Expedition. When you do that with Expedition, it can really mess you up bad, because there's the guys that block, and then they also do giant runes that explode so fast so you don't really have much time to react. But there's a worse one. Every once in a while there's an enemy that, like, does rocks out of the ground and just stomps you. And if that happens,
Now
I
that's a
can't
nice
see it.
surprise.
I can't see it at all. I don't know if it has a tell. All I know is it can nearly one-shot me and sometimes does one-shot me. And when I see it, all I see is the rock on the ground and no tell to see where it came from. Okay, so I'm at the boss. Got everything ready. Just got a lesser jeweler's orb, unfortunately.
This ends here.
We get Spear Field going.
At least I know I can kill you already.
Why aren't you throwing? There we go.
Submit. You are finished.
For my people.
What the hell? I just keep throwing, but it doesn't throw. It's like I'm being stunned so that I can't throw, and I don't know why.
Storm fight.
Go.
But yeah, looks like I can get it. Looks like it's not doing too much, as long as it doesn't keep screwing me up with that weird leg. High couch, Falcon technique is not worth it.
My enemies.
Falcon technique is good, but
With pain.
it's hard to justify it when you don't really need attack speed because, well, it's waiting between attacks with this one a little bit. It's not a spam one. See, like, it's better to get faster detonation time for Stormlands than it is to get attack speed because, like, as it is, that's whatever. And I'm banking on Volt, and that's already a delay as well.
I'll take
There we
that.
go. I got one. Hopefully, there's still like a divine each. If they are, great. I was hoping to get a little bit more with my rare map on it, but it's okay. I didn't try to farm Waystone Chance on it. I just wanted the first win. I did all the content, yay me.
I like it here. It's quiet like.
Yes.
So how's it going, Florica? I'm surprised you're up this late. Thanks for coming by. Worth 5 exalts for an okay rolled armor evasion item. Okay, let's hope for the best. I wasn't. Ooh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Look at the elemental damage on that bad boy, plus 519 act. Oh, my. That is a lot of elemental damage. Oh, my Google machine just tried to talk to me, and I don't know why. 519 accuracy with big lightning, big fire. Oh. And 2 to projectile. Without 2 to projectile, people are sleeping on it, it looks like, but this looks like it should be really good, though. Let's hope somebody buys it. It's unfortunate that it doesn't seem to have the mods that people care about. I could definitely trick the game into saying it's going to be 300 damage per second, which is what people look at, essentially. So let's do that. Probably going to need the physical on it to do that, even though it doesn't have flat, but it works with the accuracy. Maybe fire to go with it, or lightning. I don't have the increased, so we'll just do this to find it. There we go. Got a greater iron. How much are they worth? Is it worth taking the greater iron? Yeah, they're not worth much. Okay. How much damage are we at now? 301. Perfect. That's what we needed to see. Now if we have a 301 damage weapon with this, and 2 level up projectiles, now it's worth 5 divine. There we go. That's all you need to do to bring it from 3 divine to 5, or 1 divine to 5. I have a hard time with resistances and getting one-shot maps. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, resistances are rough. They're really rough. Honestly, let's blam this. Stun duration and life per enemy hit. I think I just made it worth less. But, oh well. Also, the drop rates for good items, currency feels... Yeah. Currency has been super rough. If you don't believe currency's been rough for me, that's my tab. And these are all from trading. I've got none from drops. I still can't believe I haven't had a single divine drop yet. Like, what the hell? Crisis fragment, at least I got that. So, what are you worth? Like 25 exalts. I'd rather keep it at that. They said that they do not change drop rates. That's strange. Yeah, I'm gonna call shenanigans on that. I am certain they did change something to drop rates. There's no way that it feels this bad without them changing anything. Not a chance. Unfortunately, that's not worth anything because it's a low level one, level 56. I didn't even realize that. Could have been good. Same thing with that. That's junk.
What is it?
But yeah, I'm glad that it's not just anecdotal, that you have the same feelings and sentiments of what's happened to you. Because I thought I was going nuts. I really thought I was going nuts. I don't know where all these divines on the market are coming from, but it's definitely not from you or me. That doesn't connect, unfortunately. Alright, well I found that citadel, now I might as well go for that one because I still don't see a corruption other than right down here. I don't really want to go there. I mean, I could hit this, 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 and get in there. Yeah, I guess I need to because I really need to hit as much as many of these as possible because I'm only at +5 right now. Yeah. Well, Clark, if you are messing with resistances and struggling, I highly suggest getting a scepter for the short term, the interim. It's helping me out quite a bit. I got little bits everywhere all over the place. Belts, for whatever reason, are crazy expensive, but you might be able to find a decent ring. Like this one here, I got a decent chunk of fire res, and I just had a horrible time finding rings. This was a really good amulet. I think I spent 20 on it, but then I spent more on the anoint. And I apparently, yeah, I feel like I did the wrong anoint because a lot of this is based on getting the crits. I should have just got more crit chance from vulgar methods instead of barbaric strength. I thought I was going to have enough crit chance because, well, the game tells me I have nearly 100% crit chance, but that's just not true. I also think getting a spear with just a little bit more crit chance on it would... Oh, I just got on my thing. Okay. Would do wonders. There we go. Flying spear, swift spear. And I'm probably going to get myself killed picking up loot before I've taken out the enemies. I do that all the time, though. Such a bad habit. I mean, it's also not a good idea to run face first into all the enemies when you got 2300 life. But you know what? We somehow get the job done. We're at level 88 and cruising. I died 5 times before getting the last level because I started doing testing and I didn't realize how often I died. I was at 87% experience. And then just messing around, I was like, wait, the map failed? That doesn't seem right. And as a 47% increased experience, letting things hit me to test lifesteal and trying to get Trinity working. It was not smart. Because you need weight volt full charge. Yes, I will need to find Scepter because I am still using Death Dance. Probably that attack speed is worth it with Lightnings. The attack speed doesn't mess with... Yeah, it's not really there. You don't need to wait for Volt every time, but it feels so much better if you got it up, obviously. Phrasing. But, as it stands, if you're just sitting there, you toss it out, you get a big one, and then, oh no, I gotta spam for this guy. Like, you can still do that. It just feels so much worse. You want at least one charge, generally. And then if you got frenzy charges, even better. And then, yeah, same thing with Stormlance. You have to wait for it to pop before you can throw another one. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting it. With that said, though, Minimize that quite a bit with getting overabundance on there, but I don't have enough support gems to be able to put overabundance on yet. I'm making it too weak by not having the damage nodes. Still can't believe they put the Drowner orbs in maps. Like an ability to one-shot you in maps. It's scary. And I've gotten stuck in those a few times. Level 18. I got excited for a second. Where, oh where are the rares? I've done so much of this map already, and I still don't see the rares icons. And it's not like we're not clearing. This is the best clearing skill in the game.
This ends now.
Will you be able to export POB to Patreon, or just post it on Discord? I'm off to do some work now, but I like to take a quick look when I get a moment. For sure. I can update kind of sort of quickly. I posted one on a YouTube video a little while ago, but it was max roll, not Patreon, because for whatever reason Patreon wasn't, or max roll wasn't, POB wasn't working right. But yeah, for sure, I can do that. I'll do like a temporary one because this isn't the final build yet, but it's getting there. Definitely getting there. Well, that's interesting. This guy just teleported and ran away. I wonder if it's because I nuked the rare he was trying to fight or trying to find. Yeah, you're very welcome. I mean, if you're on Patreon, you deserve special treatment, like straight up. I tried to get some extra goodies out there to make it worthwhile for you guys. Like, you're going above and beyond supporting me for sure. I don't want to take that for granted. But yeah, you're off to do some work. Good luck, have fun. I don't know what time it is on your end, but don't stay up too late. Don't do what I do. Be better than me.
What is it?
Anyways, if you're off, thanks again for stopping by. You have a good night, man. This one is... could have been, but only 36 life. Not worth it. Not a good helmet. Not a good belt. What about the other belts? Not a good belt.
Go.
Okay, salvage bench. Drop the runes and we are good to go. 9 in the morning for you? Okay, well, never mind. Everything that I said means nothing, and you are doing good. It's only midnight here, but it's still midnight on, what, a Wednesday? Yeah, I should be in bed. I'm too old for this. I remember when I could do all-night game sessions when I was a kid with my buddies, but that's been a long time gone. Now if I do that, I'm paying for it the next day.
Lightning strikes twice.
Go. Interesting. Does anybody know when that patch is coming out tomorrow? Did like drop notes or anything for it yet? I know they said a post where the things that they're planning on working on, but I don't know if they actually gave a time frame for it. I know exactly what I'm getting if I can make it just a few more sales. Just a few more. And it is that chest piece that gives you all three. There we go, Zappy Zap. All three heralds plus life and all res. Like, it's actually got good stats on it. Yeah, I won't get any evasion. Oh well. It's going to give me all three heralds. And then I'm going to lose this big evasion base. It's going to kind of mess with my defensives. But I've already found out that, yeah, evasion base isn't going to keep you alive. Not without at least, like, acrobatics or something. And it's going to be 100% worth it to make the swap. Then if I do that, it would be worth getting Trinity back on and then doing the glove swap. Seeing if I can potentially do enough damage with that. Drop all the penetration nodes. Get some... I'm assuming with that one that exposure will actually work to drop their resistances below 0. And then it'd be super worth it to get some exposure hits. But I mean, you're obviously going to be hitting all three different types of ailments, so it might be a little bit different as well. Like, I feel like that chess piece and Trinity just go together hand in hand. Okay, sacrificial mantle. What is this?
This here tells a story.
Inflicts a random curse on you when your totems die. Ignores curse limit. That's so weird. Unique, and it's worth nothing apparently. Unfortunate. A unique that's basically just, hey, you take curses. But why?
Out for another hunt, are you?
Proof of a prowess.
There is somebody who is doing a totem build though, and apparently he was doing really well. He got to tier 15 maps in like 2.5 days. So they gotta be doing pretty good.
No time to tarry. There's our target. Strike fast.
Oh, a tier 4 belt.
Don't give up now.
What did I just... what? What did I find?
Reckon that were a wisp of the spring hare. Wily little things they are. Devilishly so. Any beast they inhabit's got a chance of springing straight back to life after you put them down.
I guess that was a special wisp, which makes sense with all the crazy belts we got. Hell to the yeah. I guess I could open up the other ones just for the sake of seeing if they're worth recombinating, but the cost for those ones are pretty high. Not sure if I want to do it. 36% increased spirit is almost good. So close. This one here. Nothing. No, but I'd see how expensive. Ooh, that one could potentially be something. Mana and then 2 good res. This one's 3 res, including chaos. If I can slam a little bit of life on this, I'll wear that for sure. So this one here is me, potentially. Big mana, double res again, that's pretty good. Strength, mana, res, not bad again. This one here, that's junk. Junk, and maybe worth something. I'm not gonna play with it. It's not worth messing around with that. It's just a low strength mod on it. Oh, big girl, what you huffing about? You were sleeping until like seconds ago. Transaction store. Here's servant scale boots. Let's see what we got from you. 24 fire res and not movement speed. We go. We found ourselves an essence to go with the wisp that felt more like a exile there. We don't have a Vol orb for it, unfortunately.
This is what I get for freeing you.
I do like that we are getting a lot more wisps this time, or not wisps, essences this time around. Just
Come on.
maybe the issue is I'm not valuing every single one of them. I'm valuing most of them,
Clean kill.
but definitely not every single one. I just need to keep like Val orbs, Chans, and Augs on me at all times, but I have a hard time not accidentally dropping them into my currency stash before going into maps. It's a me problem, I know. It's a me problem that I need to fix. Excuse me. Another big yawn. What's that? Oh. Almost 89. Halfway there.
Speak.
Listen to 90. All I need is 90. Okay, good. At least that took a spot in my, like I said, I just dropped that one again. At least it took a spot in my uniques tab, which makes me happy. What can we make with these? Not much, because we don't have many to work with. 315 to accuracy rating, I like that, and 62 mana regen, that not so much. Lightning res, not bad. Put these in the crafting tab when I get some rings and amulets to work with. Lightning res, and I don't know why I have that one. I guess the rarity. Rarity on rarity. This one here I need to slam. Yeah, exalts on there. Come on, give me life. That's low mana, give me life. It gave me life. Not good life, but it gave me life. Apparently it's worth 2 divs for triple res with chaos. That guy, yeah. Nobody has anything good on it with those. Let's see if I can get 2 div for it. I'd be obscenely happy to. I'm pretty sure it'd only go for 1 at most. But if I could, yes please, give me some wealth. Not worth anything. This one here. With the mana and the double res. Like 10. Okay. I mean, if that other one wasn't worth anything, that one won't be. Fire, double res again, but good double res and mana. 5 to 10 again. Then that won't be worth anything either. 22 lightning res, 22 strength, 32 fire res. I could potentially make this into like a... Except for I should keep the 32 fire res though, just in case. For the crafting. That's not crafting. There we go. I just need to farm up enough of this stuff and then I can make something semi-decent with that fire and cold. I got 2 attempts at making fire and cold res items and then slamming it again. Get maps here. Well, that's a nice big jump at least. Okay, maps, tier 15. That's better. Use whatever we can. Use it all up. Go quick. Nothing else matters. Just zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm on the row this time. Actually remembered to use it. Which means I can't use Spear Field.
Straight through the art.
The downside to the row, you're moving so fast that you can't let your bolt
That was
charge up.
almost a challenge.
Oh, crap. The smoke cloud nearly got me.
You're mine.
And I was about to get kicked off that row because its fear meter doesn't go down. See, I like this. If I can somehow have this as my baseline for freezing with my electricity spears, this would be great. Pretty good baseline. And it's just damages extra cold. So like, if you got this with Ice Bite, you're golden.
Now we're talking.
But no. Oh, I'm stuck in a log. That's why I'm not moving. I thought it stunned me or petrified me or something. Wasn't too sure. But yeah, poor Roa. Just keeps walking through the burning ground and dying. There's absolutely nothing the Roa could do better. It couldn't just stop walking in the burning ground, that's for sure. Well, yeah, it spawned in the burning ground that time, so I couldn't even help it out if I wanted to. That poor Roa. It's so bad.
A worthy foe.
Like, it's so bad.
Lightning strikes twice.
Well, I'm not too sure when the next set of drops is coming. I assume it will be in conjunction with the patch. So honestly, they may even wait to do the patch till Friday so they can do it with their Twitch content and everything that they have set up ready to go. Know that they're saying tomorrow or today for some of you, but who knows what their time zone is like or their working schedule. What tomorrow means is like, oh, they'll have it ready tomorrow and post the next day maybe. Go. Hey kitty, thanks for coming by, buddy. You wanted some lap time and to smash your forehead into my arms again? Yeah, buddy, you're a good kitty. I know, you're a good kitty. Oh, don't put your tail in my nose, buddy. That's unpleasant. Oh, your claw's stuck in my leg? There you go. You poor thing, that must have been terrible for you. He just sitting there, claw on my leg and just yanking on it. It's like, buddy, please. Oh my, this Wisp is going for that one. The furthest away one. Oh my god, no. No. Damn you, Wisp. Just buff the act boss, please. I'd rather that than have to walk all this way. Kitty, your butt is covering like half the screen. Please, buddy, please.
Almost a challenge.
Level 80 Jin Baraya, sure. Ow! That one hurt a little bit more. Oh boy, these checkpoints. These flawless, nothing wrong with them, don't need to be fixed checkpoints. Aroa, I know you don't slow us down, but you should speed us up a little bit more. For the cost of having to get on your back. %86 of a cost. Yeah. Ooh. We got new Hillock. Oh boy. It's okay, he's about to get stunned. If he can be stunned. Done. There we go. I really like Spearfield for starting off the fight. Gives you a bunch of rage, does more damage. It just, you know, is satisfying. Oh wow, my Google machine freaked me out again. That thing just started talking to me really loudly.
Go on.
The only one with just to trans. And nope. Nope to that one. There's no added as extra. There was no plus levels. Basically the only things to look for on it. It's not a bad spear to start with. Drop that. Double good res plus int, and then no good defenses. Doubt it's worth anything. Then like that. Yeah, 5 whole exalts. I mean, that's a lot for me right now, but that also means somebody has to pay 5 exalts for it. And nobody's going to. There we go. Plus 100 waystone drop chance, 0 revives. Precursors, the boss one there. Take the runes, put that on Ascendancy, put that over here. Try to sort. Ooh, it actually went in. And then, yeah. What do we got for the area? Use this little guy. We'll use the bigger one on the tower, so that way we get more unlocks for it and see what's going on in the area. That is an interesting looking one. I haven't seen that before. What the hell is that? How do you do, Makestar? How's it going? Just saw something kind of interesting on the map, and now I want to go check it out. So what brings you here this fine evening? You want to just turn your brain off with the rest of us? That is a good time. This is a no brain required zone. We listen and we don't judge. If there was anything that I needed, it was any currency. Well, how has your drops been going there, Makestar? I am level 88, halfway to 89. And I haven't had a div, haven't had a greater jeweler's orb. I feel like something's a little bit off here. Go. Good combo. Good brain off time. The map's done, but I still need the rares. What's time to open beta, but what? What's time to open beta about POE 2? I'm not too sure. They said full release should have been about a year after the start of the beta, and it doesn't seem like they'll be ready for it, but they may be holding a few things back so that the full release seems a little bit more exciting. And if that's the case, then full release will be in like 8 months, probably 7-8 months. Don't be surprised if it gets delayed though, because it seems like they have a lot of things they still need to work on. Great game, but they got a lot of things they still need to work on. Yeah, the previous big patch, they nerfed a little bit of everything, but then they went about it with, there we go, with it the right way, and it was like, well, we can't, seriously? Spirit Gem level 18 isn't popping up on my filter? Oh man, I thought I had it visible. I really thought I had it visible. That's awful. Howdy, little Thumpy. It's going good. How are you? 8M. I can't wait anymore. Yeah. I was doing a giveaway all last week for copies of Path of Exile 2, and I still got one more to give away. I'll do that on Friday, whenever the new patch and new drops come. Until then, though, I'm just going to hold off because, yeah, it seemed people got a little bit saddened by the giveaway at the end. Nobody wanted the last copy. But yeah, it's, I think, $30 American to get early access if you do come into the draw and don't get it, but it's very attainable. Okay, Beverly will be right there, girl, just a second. Doing great as well, working right now, switched over to your build again, having fun, finally reached maps, but still need to watch the whole 30-min vid you put out. The vid is less of a build guide and more of a guide how to get from campaign to maps effectively, but I'm glad it helped you out. Honestly, the setup is really good, like really strong. I just need to kind of finish fine-tuning a few things. I had troubles getting Trinity online. I did get it online, but it just felt worse than having it off, even with the like 50% damage bonus, 50% more damage bonus. It felt bad, which doesn't make any sense, but the downsides of getting it online were worse than just focusing on lightning. But if I were to get like that fancy chest that ignores all resistances and gives you triple heralds for free, then it very well may come online very easily that way. When I get that chest, which right now is worth 8 divines, then hell to the yeah. Yes, Megstar. This game will be free when it comes to full release, but you can buy the early access supporter pack and get access to the essentially beta if you wanted to have it a long time earlier.
Speak.
And then there'll be at least one more season to play in this early access before it comes to full release. Alright, I just gotta let my pup out. She's knocking to go outside, so I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sadly, I don't think I can play enough to get those big items. Oh, I understand. I'm hoping that they'll be attainable for the next little bit, but I know they'll get pretty damn expensive as the league goes on, so I'm wanting to get it while it's still relatively cheap, honestly. Like, if it's 8 divs, I got 3. If it's 8 dibs and I can push myself to get that, then it's worth it. You don't need to worry about it at any other point in the league. Your chase item is just done, and I feel like it's one of those ones that are going to get more expensive as the league goes on, because there's a lot of possibility with it, and it gives a lot of power. And I know there is a big downside to losing your chest piece to something with stats you wouldn't necessarily want, but the flip side of it is just too good. Alrighty, so what I wanted to see here is, can I run 2 combat frenzies? Because that could be absolutely incredible. Like, actually incredible. Drop Roa. Nope, it only allows you to have the 1. Very, very sad. And it also means now my level 18 combat frenzy doesn't actually do anything for anyone. Because the other one's the one with the quality on it. Ah, dang. What's this item called? I'll try to get it as well. It is called the Coming Calamity. It's the chest piece that gives... Well, I'll show you. Right here. I guess there's a couple of them at 7 divs right now. 1 at 6. I don't know where it comes from. That's something worth looking into. Where does it come from? I don't want to blind you, so the Coming Calamity POE 2. There. No, that is a node. That's not right. That is also not the right chest piece. That's POE 1. Here it is. That looks pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Yeah, most definitely it does. I'm really hoping for it because it also gives 30 to 40 to all resistances, and it gives a little bit of life. Oh my god. Gives you decent Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice, Herald of Ash. Even if you don't have the freezing ability for Herald of Ice, you're gonna get Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ash for free. So that's less spirit, more damage, more fun. And it's gonna look pretty. Armor and evasion, so yay. And then it will also, on top of saving you spirit, allow you to potentially get a lot more all damage because of this. It fits with it, obviously, very well. Well, Beverly, no. And then ignores all monster elemental resistances. It's so crazy good. And then if they have no elemental resistances, does that mean if you have exposure on them, does the resistance go negative? Yeah, it looks super sweet. It's the one that they were showing off, I don't know, a while ago. It definitely was the one that they said was going to be their chase unique, that they wanted to be special. And, well, it does look kind of special. I didn't mean to go into the portal. It does look kind of special. But are the heralds activated? Oh yeah. You don't need to use spirit. It gives it for free. Just like how Purity of Ice doesn't cost any spirit, and anything else that gives you a free active, you don't need to pay for it. It's free skill slots. Like, it doesn't take up your skill slots in here. You still have your 9 normal ones. Like, this doesn't take up any slots. Why is Spear Stab having... Oh, because I'm on the Roa, of course. Silly. This reminds me of something. I gotta do one thing here, because map devices. What? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Because I don't actually need to swap anything there. I think map device is on this. Extras. Not the apparition foot. I have footprints? Oh, they're not in the game yet. Character effect. I guess that one's not in the game yet either. Extra effect. Where will I find the map device? Because it's not portals. It's not pets. I got the map device. Character, belt skins, armor attachments, helmet attachments. About the purity of ice, how do I get it? I couldn't find it. Is that a scepter thing? Yeah, it's a scepter thing specifically. It really helps getting my cold res. Like that 37 cold res, I'd be dead all the time without it. Yeah, exactly, but I'm trying to maybe edit map device. Where are you? Nope. Decorations. Tag filter. I have to do it that way. Is it maybe microtransactions? Miscellaneous? No. NPCs? No. Although I wish I could get the hooded one in here. Midnight Pact, Market, hideout items. Sass and Jin's map. Like, I got 2 map devices on this when I bought the oh, thank you. Thanks for coming by. I guess I'll call you X Factor. I'm going to try and make an absolutely ridiculous well, actually I'm trying to make 2 ridiculous Amazon builds, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this works out. So this one might be just ridiculous. I don't think I have the space for it, unfortunately. It looks super cool, and I'm excited to have this one, but it doesn't really fit this hideout. But maybe this one instead? Let's go like this, so it stays away from everybody. So now I got like the Balbala as my map device thing now. And it also, oh, I like that. It keeps track of how many minutes and seconds I was in the map. The other one apparently keeps track of how many kills you do in the map, so that's pretty solid. That thing is so insane. Did you open the mystery box? Yeah, I opened one of them. Featured. I bought 1 bundle of it, and I got 5 things. Honestly, most of it was crap, but those map devices were sick. I really like the map devices, so while maybe not the best purchase I've ever made, kind of fun. And then I liked how the device is out and away from them instead of like right in the middle. I prefer this now. I didn't even expect that to be a thing. That thing is so insane. Yeah. Well, X Factor, I am still trying. I'm certain that Trinity is going to be amazing on here. And I bought a pair of gloves. I'm not wearing them. I'm wearing normal gloves right now. But I bought a pair of gloves that switch your damage to be 33% of each of them. And I had it completely matched all over the place, but it didn't work with Lightning Spear. But it's okay, because you didn't need the extra damage in maps. You just needed it for bossing, and it worked for bossing. But the problem was, because the damage was a little bit too low, damn it, I hit the platform there. Because it's just a touch too low, it would not clear properly. I couldn't get any freezes off, I wasn't getting frenzy charges, so that's not it, and it kind of slowed me down a bit. Yeah, that one's not updated. I will be updating the POB pretty soon. I'll put it in there. That's the one that I theory crafted beforehand, but it's very, very outdated. I'll show you the tree I got right now, though. Oops, this button. So I'm coming up and down here up for the crit, and I'm going to probably come up and try and get Careful Assassin for right now. And then coming down here for Tainted Strike and Pinpoint Strike, and I get the Ellie Pin and Versatile Arms. But when I get that, the chess piece, the crazy chess piece that we're talking about right now, I'm probably going to forego like all of this path. And like this is a great node, this is nice to have, but we won't need the pin. And then we'll try to like anoint Tainted Strike if we can, but... What is the order you'd put the passive points in? And I only have 4 Ascendancy points now. Which ones would I pick? For you, I'd say get Critical Strike first for sure. Critical Strike is incredible. And then I hope you have a Spear with accuracy on it, because Penetrate is crazy powerful as well. These are insane nodes. Elemental Infusion is an acceptable second Ascendancy, but it's really not that good because it doesn't come online for a while, and it takes a while for the damage to come in. Critical Strike and Penetrate are by far the best. Predatory Instinct is pretty good as well. And there is a world where you just don't get Elemental Infusion at all. Because I love Elemental Infusion as a concept, but they nerfed it a little bit too hard before the game came out, or before the patch came out. But I'm still using Infuse Weapon as a utility skill. I have it giving blind, and it's going to be doing a lot more later on. What blind does is it reduces their accuracy and evasion rating, which makes our evasion rating better, and also makes it so we crit more, because if their evasion is down, our accuracy is more effective. So it is a great way to help pump the damage on bosses for essentially free. And since we're using frenzy charges to pump up our Stormlance, it's very much so worth it to have that as a utility skill to just pump it more. I'm also going to be using it for shock generation and using shock magnitude. I just can't yet. I only have 100 accuracy on my weapon. Is it still worth getting penetrate? Well, that's still like getting 25 flat fizz on it, so I'd say yes. But also, if you can, find yourself a better replacement weapon. Oh boy, that just knocked me off the Roa, and I'm gonna die. Lovely.
You fought well.
It knocked me off the Roa, and I got no respawn attempts on this one. That sucks. That damn Roa. I should have hopped off it when I saw that the stagger was high. Oopsie. Very big oopsie. Well, that's a great map, though. Gold found rarity. All the goodies. I'm sad about that, though. That could have been really fine and good. Oh, I hate the Roa so much. But I'm using it until I can find a better Spirit Gem. Which reminds me, I need to pause this and update my Filter Blade. Because I found out that it was not giving me level 18 Spirit Gems visibility, which, why the hell wouldn't it do that? But, yeah, up this to level 79 maps, and then now I can see it. Great. Export to POE, save and sync. Great. Now I come here, put the blade off, on. Now I'll be able to see the Spirit Gems. I have 201 to 384 Fizz Spear with 1 point. That's pretty good, X Factor. That's really good. What level are you, man? Like, this one's what I got. It's less Fizz, a little more attack speed, but that huge accuracy rating is what gets it for me. Oh, then if it's only 80, that's probably not worth taking Penetrate for you then. You could get different nodes, like you could... I mean, you'd still want the crit chance one, but the other nodes, not so much. Like, accuracy does so much for the Huntress. It's a ridiculously good accuracy stacker. As long as you're getting it elsewhere, it's worth it. You're level 80? I'm guessing if you're level 80, you're just getting into red maps now. It's really insane how fast we get experience at this point. I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, I'm level 88, and I found two Tainted Paradises. It's the map that gives extra experience, and I did a tier 15 map on it. I think I was level 84 or 83 at the time. I can't remember entirely, but I got an entire full level on the first time I did the map, and then the next time, after already being a level up, I then got about 2/3 of a level from the next run of it with another tier 15. It was actually crazy how fast it went up. I don't know if they tweaked how fast you level, or if it's just I didn't push content that hard when I did my first playthrough. But yeah, it felt good. There we go. We got a regal orb, and I gotta get rid of that priestess of the sun with the obscenely good death beam. Also, if you don't know, that's lightning infusion. It does like a little zap around it where it lands. Apparently with tornadoes, it infuses every tornado, but doesn't do the damage until after they stop spinning. But lightning spear only does the damage on the initial hit. Same thing with storm lance. There's others that do multiple hits. That would be good to find out. Ooh, that's pretty good triple suffixes on this helmet. That's worth rolling to check and see if I can get something good from it. That's junk, that's junk.
Indeed.
And then one time, nope. No chance. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even rolled that one, but if we're lucky, we'll get something by it for 5. Have you saw Painter Savant Torn Gloves? Maybe it's works well using Trinity. I definitely got it, and you needed to get all the elemental damages extra to match, because if one was off from the other, it really messed with it, like severely messed with it. Like, I tried with this one, and I got cold a decent chunk of the time, but even though I was doing lightning spear, all I ever got was fire and cold, never lightning. So that was unfortunate. And with this one, I could stack all 3, but you'd only ever get 1 to 100 and the other 2 to like 98 kind of thing. It felt good on paper, but in reality it was terrible, because when it converts the 33% of all the damage, instead of having the crazy high damage from lightning spear on the lightning projectiles, like instead of having that and clearing everything, it was a third. So I was barely getting shocks off. I was still getting some shocks off, but not too many. It was not enough cold damage to get any freezes off, which I had hoped it was going to do, because I thought it would work by taking out Herald of Thunder. You wouldn't need that anymore, and you would just use that for freezes with Combat Frenzy, and you would feel good, but it didn't work at all. And then same thing with the Ignites, not so much. And then you're getting the triple res, obviously, that you're fighting against, but it shouldn't matter because it's just a flat percent. But it meant that if you were going to do pen, you couldn't just do lightning pen. You would only have the primal sundering pen and this pen here, which is what I rocked. But it just felt like a huge damage downgrade, and I couldn't get past the feeling of like, I just feel so much more weak now. And as soon as I dropped it, went back to lightning, it felt insanely better. The other problem with it is that things like Volt that give damage as extra don't get converted by the gloves. So when I had Volt on Lightning Spear, and if I had Innervate on, all I was ever doing was getting lightning charges, never cold or fire. But it worked fantastic on Stormlance because I didn't have any as extra bonuses on it. So on bosses, it it did great. Like, it did really great against bosses. So I want to show that off, but it did not feel good in maps at all, unfortunately. And it got me killed a few times with the testing, but it was worth doing, that's for sure. What do I need to grab now? Probably... It's probably expeditions I need to do. Give me more rare monsters, and... That's more rare monsters again, but that's breaches, so that's in the wrong tab. Is that chance? Yeah, okay. I like the rogue exiles. Let's go that way. Give me more rogue exiles. I feel like I barely get any. And now... Oh, I thought that was something else entirely. That's just the cage monster. Okay. Hey, do any of you know how to get the... Slick, okay. Do any of you know how to get the fractured orbs? I haven't seen one drop yet, and I thought the fractured orbs and the mirrors were supposed to be somewhat consistent in this area, but do I have to like clear the whole area? I'm not too sure how it works. I have a bit of pathing to do to get there, but I'll get there. You have no idea? It's kind of unfortunate. It seems like information that might have should have been a little bit more readily available, but honestly, it's probably a me fault for missing something in like their, I don't know, their show off video of it. I really hope they don't, I mean, I know they're not going to nerf this build in this league, but I hope they don't nerf it going forward, because this really feels like D2 Javazon. I feel like they nailed this perfect. I love this. I love the look. I love the feel. This is what we want a clear skill to be. And I know they said that in the last interview. They don't need every fight to be a combo fight. So this is within their vision, but they want combos for like boss fights. I get that. I agree with that. But as it stands, it's like you need the combos to deal with white mobs. Except for when you have an ability like this that just works with what you got. So if we can get more like this, I think everybody would be happy. Because everybody's playing this because it feels good. And then you have your other abilities, which is common. The bossing ability, the mapping ability. It's just, it makes sense. Something good for clearing out packs shouldn't be the best ability in the game for clearing out single target. And then if they wanted to take out like how frenzy charges work with Stormlance, I mean, it would suck. It makes it feel kind of special, like you did good to figure out frenzy charges. But if they did get rid of it, then maybe everybody would just go with like the explosion tech, because like using explosive spear and Stormlance could feel good if you like actively made sure you got no frenzy charges. Getting frenzy charges kind of messes it up then, because the explosive spears blow up right away. But it's still good. It's still very good. I'm also holding off on doing any recombinations right now. When they hit, it's great, but the odds are a little bit too low, and fingers crossed that they make it a little bit more likely to hit, because I got two mods that I want to put together. Literally just two on two weapons. Take one from one and one from the other. and it says it's a 9% chance to hit. 2 mods, 9%. If you don't hit, you lose the item. Exactly. So it's not even like you can try again with another one. I prefer the way it works in POE 1, and in the latest interview they said they hate the way it works in POE 1 because it's too strong. It's too strong because people figured it out. It's a great bit of crafting tech. Right now it's like, I thought maybe, hey, you take 2 blues and you can make like 2 prefixes with it. But no, I did that and it turned it into a yellow with 2 mods. Potentially it's my fault because I took 2 prefixes, but it was still just 2 mods and 2 blues. If I do a prefix and a suffix, maybe something different might work, but as it stands, I'm pretty sure when you use the recombinator, it always makes it rare, which means you couldn't like recombinate 2 blues and then use an essence to guarantee the type of mod that you want. And if you did that, you could have taken 2 prefixes that you wanted, and then, am I done this map? Yes, I am. Good. And then you could slam on an essence of another prefix that you'd want. Might not be a good quality one, but at least it would be what you wanted. And then, hey, if you get lucky, perfect. Then you just slap on a regular Exalted Orb. But the thing is, that regular Exalted Orb is guaranteed a suffix, and then you could use the omens to re-roll until you get a mod that you like. And that would give you 4 good mods right there, and then if you slapped on a fracturing orb and somehow hit that suffix, then you could use omens again to make sure that 5th suffix was amazing as well. It'd be ridiculously expensive, but at least it means that the people who do mirror tier crafting and like do the crazy projects could have something to put together instead of just, I hit Exalt and hope. I tried doing pretty much exactly that, but far less currency. Just, it ended up being an Exalt and Pray for the entire thing after getting the 2 mods that I wanted. Because I was happy that I made a success on the 2 blue items, and then the reality sunk in that it was a yellow that had no special properties. I mean, I still made like a 460 Fizz DPS spear, and I sold it for 2 divs in like minutes, so I was happy with that. The one thing they definitely need to add into the game, though, is better charge generation. It's weird to me that they just nerfed it, because charge generation is already in kind of a rough place. Everybody used it last league for just getting power charges to get your staff up, and then that was it. And now frenzy charges are a real big thing now. They're fantastic with the spear skills. I think they nailed the concept out of the park, but we're just not getting enough frenzy charges. That needs to be more consistent. And I know with the Deadeye it'd be a lot easier to get it with their ascendancy of you get like 30% chance to gain all your frenzy charges instead of just 1, which, you know, great, fantastic, amazing, but not nearly as strong in the other ways, because like they don't get the crit chance to open up other avenues of building. They don't get accuracy on the spear to be, you know, a viable other slot or an other option to do. So I feel like the flexibility of the Huntress slash Amazon is better than the dead. Ooh, what the hell? Oh my god, I got the like cost a day thing. That's my first good drop. My first good drop. Holy shit. I haven't got a divine yet. I haven't got a greater or perfect jeweler's orb, but I got like cost a day. Oh man, that feels good. Oh, that feels so good. I've got the scepter on right now for the spirit because I really want to get like either Trinity online or 2 cocks at the same time. And this just offers me something else to do instead. This gives me double accuracy, which is a massive increase to damage. Oh my god. Yeah, buddy. So good. So good. Now, if I get that chest piece, I am rocking. Oh man, what do I need? I need like 4 more divines. 4 more divines, and I can buy it. Yeah, you're definitely right with the pay to win. The people who do the mirror tier crafting, they are the kind of people who do the real money trading, and they've been doing it for a while and getting away with it for a while. They have like the whole, yeah, the shield cutie, cutie or cutie? Cutie, big game, wraith hunter. Okay, there we go. I had to read it all together. I was just doing it as a glance before, and I didn't want to mess it up. But yeah, yeah, the shield. Look at that.
No telling what this is saying.
It's a very low rolled one, but that doesn't matter. Accuracy rating is doubled. Oh my god. It's cutie? Okay, X Factor. Honestly, cutie is a great name, even if it is cutie, so... Or if it's not Cuddy. They both are wins. Alright, so if you guys don't know, Spearfield is actually fantastic because the biggest problem is like enemies bum rushing you, right? Well, I guess that just means you're a big cutie, aren't you? You're not a Cuddy Big Hank game hunter, you're a big cutie. We've decided as a collective. See, like, you put the spear field down, how are they gonna get up to you? They just can't. I got knockback support on the spear field, and it feels incredibly good. I don't care about, well, I guess I should grab it just to see. Because it's still worth something. If it does roll the big spirit.
No rest for the wicked, eh? The hunt is on.
Come on, there we go. Ooh, I got a spirit gem. Good. Apparently I got the speed shrine on this one. Probably the best shrine if you can get it at the start, but unfortunately I got it at the end. I don't care about that. Alright. Monk is so fun. This is lit too, but damn, I love the monk. So did I. Like, honestly, such an amazing class. They messed up one thing though. With all the nerfs and everything, they could have brought up and scattered them to the winds and made it a attack skill instead of a spell, but they left it a spell, so it's still bad. And I'm so sad by that, because this was the one thing I was the most excited for of everything with the Invoker. I wanted to do and scatter them to the wind so bad, but it's oof.
Go on.
Also, what the hell? Okay, so let's just see here. What's my damage gonna look like? It goes up more than 6,000. Fantastic. Obviously, I lose the support gem here. That's okay. That's completely fine. If I'm doing that, then I'm not even gonna worry. Maybe I'll put that one on because it's better. Oh man, but now I got no cold rests. Now I really gotta deal with cold res. Crap. But like, what's my accuracy. Okay. 61 to 90 versus 88 to 105. They completely obliterated the monk. I guess it's still good in some ways, but the ice strike and stuff is gone. Yeah, I think they like hyper buffed lightning wave or storm wave, but that's like it. The rest of the monk is very much so in the ground, unfortunately. That's not a bad piece. If only armor was good. Like a div. Yeah, let us do that. Do I have any slots? No, I don't. Okay. So I need an Artificer's Orb. One for 3, please. I'll probably get it right away because, yeah. Like that. And then... runes... Arm... Defense? No. How about evasion? There we go. That's how it goes. See? Then we do that to reforge this one, and then we go like that for now, because I don't feel like reforging more greater iron runes. Yeah, you got an 18 uncut. That's fantastic. Yeah, lightning wave, that's kind of boring. Most definitely. I wasn't a big fan of it. It got the job done early levels, but it didn't hold up to the other things. Not at all. Like the other skills, Ice Strike and Tempest Flurry were just... they were so cracked. They were crack cocaine, and it felt amazing to use. One thing I can do with having the shield there is I can put on cold resist. We got lesser... oh, they don't stack higher than 10. That's unfortunate. Okay, so now I got 45 to cold resist. I was the guy who hit you up about the Paladin supporter pack on YouTube. Oh yeah, I remember that. I still can't believe how good this looks. Like, it fits so good, and it does both weapons. It looked even better with the scepter, let's be real. The scepter looked so good. I guess it doesn't give the pack there. But, like, my god. And then it gives that walking trail that you're asking about. Yeah, that's... I can't believe how good this is. It's one of my favorite supporter packs that I've bought. I've bought a few of them. A lot of them I find don't have really anything worth like actually getting. It's just you don't want to buy the points and not get anything to show for it. It's just like a little bonus, I guess, when you're supporting the game. And it's not really like a bonus because you're actually paying to support them. But, well, you know what I'm getting at. Do I? It's saying it's on, but I don't have 133 int anymore. Okay, so I need to get 3 dex things swapped over to int. Unfortunate. It's like everything is going to be int by the time I'm done. 133, so I can use cast on crit again. And now it's saying I don't have enough spirits. That's right, because I only have 100 now. That means take out Deadly Herald for sure. What? Oh, because it's got Wind Dancer on now, which is the first 90. I guess I need 80 more spirits somehow. Which I was getting entirely from the scepter, so I guess cast on crit is now manual cast on crit. Unfortunate. Because I don't want to drop Wind Dancer. I mean, I probably will when I get that chess piece. And then I won't need Herald of Thunder anymore if I can get my own freezes off. It's legitimately, I would just need one source of spirit somewhere. But I have this now to hyper buff my damage, but I vastly wanted... I really wanted to automate Sniper's Mark, but it's just not doable now. Spirit costs are way too high. Which chest piece am I staving for? I wish you could instill Chaos Inoculation on Amulet. Oh, I know, right? That'd be pretty cool. So you don't need to go up and path all that way. I thought I had it on here. It's called the Coming Calamity. There we go. It's this one. The one that gives all the heralds a decent bit of light, a whole bunch of all elemental resistances, which would solve that issue, and then enemies in your presence have no elemental resistance. So it would be ridiculously good for against bosses. That is what I'm saving up for and hoping to get at some point. And I think it's worth 8 div or 6 div that guy had. What? There's one up there for 1 div, but I think it's fake because look at that name. But yeah, usually 8 div. I think this is just a price fixer. They do that all the time. They are not friend. But if they, for whatever reason, had the coding in their thing wrong and allowed me to buy it for that price, then hell to the yeah. That's not it.
Yes.
117 spirit. I guess I gotta roll both of those first. Neither of them's good. No big spirit on it. I guess it doesn't really matter unless it shows spirit the first time. What's it called? The Coming Calamity. Yeah, it's the same name as the Herald buff right here. Coming Calamity. It's the same name, so it's a little bit confusing to look up. I'm going to need precision on here. That's only 10 spirit. That would be my last 10 spirit, so that's perfect. And so when I have it, I go from 42,208 to 43,500. Even more damage. It really is. It's nuts. And I cannot afford it, unfortunately. But I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. I also really want to be able to get this support gem on Cannibalism. It's fantastic. Like, really fantastic. And then Clarity would be good too, just for a little extra. But, yeah. Exactly. But the issue is you wouldn't get, like, the big evasion roll. That's the one thing. I think that's a small price to pay for ultimate power. Yeah, I think ultimate power is worth it. Okay, so I got a low level Herald of Thunder, so I should bring that up to bring the damage up, which will help me get everything. Low level Combat Frenzy, which I could bring up, but I guess that means my Wind Dancer is already level 18, so I guess we'll do Herald of Thunder first, because this is only going to be 0.2 seconds. Well, X Factor, if you can get it, fantastic. It's a little bit pricey, but if you can afford it, I would definitely suggest it because it's going to open up a lot of cool and creative options. What would you have to do to get defenses up if you got it? Well, the Hunters actually has the Amazon has a really interesting thing. Stalking Panther evasion rating from equipped helmet, gloves, and boots is doubled, but the body armor is halved. Well, you're not really getting evasion rating from that body armor, so you could get some really good gloves, boots, and helmet and completely circumvent that downside. If you were to do this, I'd probably drop Elemental Infusion unless you're using that for support like I am. And then you could drop Predatory Instinct, because honestly, if we get this build online as much as I think we're going to get it online, you wouldn't need Predatory Instinct, and then this defensive layer would be incredible. Also, another alternative, you could just not worry about evasion at all, which is a little bit off, but you could try going energy shield and just getting energy shield all over the place kind of thing. But I feel like getting that chest piece, you'd be best off to get Stalking Panther. It's just like this helmet here, I got 626 evasion, which is pretty good. But you pump that up with the double, and now it's a 1200 evasion piece. If you're able to get something kind of similar for the gloves and boots, oh my god, you're feeling pretty damn good. And wrong one. I'm at 79% evade chance with Wind Dancer up. So you'd have something very similar to that as well.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I'm curious. I take that off. How much evasion do I have with acrobatics right now? 40. Not worth it at all. Sad times. Also, one thing I want to do when I get some Greater Jeweler's Orbs or Perfect ones, because I haven't had any yet, I want to get Fork support on my Lightning Spear, then we'd come up for Split Shot here. I feel like just coming straight down the middle here would be pretty good. These two nodes wouldn't give you anything for bossing with your Stormlance, but it would potentially feel amazing with Storm Spear. If you get that chest piece, can you unlock other skills? Yeah, those 3 heralds are free. They wouldn't cost you any spirit. You would just have them. That's how that one works. You would just have them, and you could slot them with the jewels in however you want. I don't know if it'd be 6 link or 5 link, but you would still have all the heralds for free. It's pretty incredibly good. Yeah, I'll just put this back on for now because I don't know where else to put the point. We'll figure it out later. I am stoked that I actually got a good drop. I didn't expect that. Like a really good drop. This doesn't really matter. Let's just say... What? They're saying it's only 50. I thought it was like a lot more. I guess it's only 50. Yeah, I thought that was going to be like divines, multiple divines. Because it's this or a really good scepter, like probably the best in slot item is a scepter, and I'll show you which one it is. It would be I can't remember the name. It's extra fire. And then scepter. There it is. Sacred flame. This here. Come on, computer. This here would be the best in slot for the Huntress for sure, because it is so obscenely good with the spear. Problem is, it's 40 divine. Or I guess 43, 44 divine. It's crazy expensive. But like this here is a monstrous more multiplier of damage as extra fire. The rest you don't really care about. And then it gives you 100 spirit. So that would allow you to get Trinity or cast on crit or whatever you wanted. It's superbly good. But if you got this with Trinity, it actually wouldn't work with Trinity because it would mess it up. You would need to get way too much other damage. And then even then it'd only be lightning and fire. But still, potentially you could get some fire charges, but I don't think so. I think you'd only ever get lightning, even still. What would you recommend the piece with high resist or the high herald levels? Uh, I would say try to get at least Herald level 18 because the damage scale is quite high. It can go up to Herald level 20, but those ones are stupidly expensive. Like, really stupidly expensive. And for the most part, the Heralds are only going to be through mapping. And we found out last season, level 19 Herald is more than enough damage. And yeah, you can scale it no problem with other means. I would try to get level 18 Heralds with good resist. And depending on how expensive the gear is, like if you hit a Divine, it won't change the Herald levels. But it would change the resist, so you can improve it that way going forward. So yeah, I'd say try to get decent Heralds first for the sake of it's the one thing you can't change. Good afternoon, Clem. It's pretty late for me. It's definitely not afternoon, but thank you for stopping by. We're getting a decent little crowd of people out here. Thanks for coming. All the regulars showing me their cutie faces as we determined. I think Cutie left. Oh no, Cutie's still here. Never mind. My chat is all X Factor right now. My bad, Cutie. I'm gonna get to 89 tonight for sure. Because I don't know where that mob went. Definitely not dead. Or maybe it is. I see a bone one there. Okay, never mind. I just didn't want to have to come back there for that rare. Oh, don't you apologize, X Factor. I appreciate you talking and chatting so much. It actually makes this really a lot easier and more interesting for me. I hope I did not off-put you with that comment. Oh, that poison cloud is messing me up. Come on. Oh, right. I don't have auto cat. I forgot that I don't have cast on crit anymore. I was wondering, like, why am I not getting any sniper's marks on that guy? And it's like, I gotta cast it. I'm so dumb. But that does mean I have extremely consistent sniper marks in maps now. Because even though cast on crit is great, it doesn't do the best job of keeping it up all the time in maps. Like, it doesn't know how to target properly. Whereas when I do this, oh look, I'm always there with the frenzy charges. But it is 2 casts now, and it's just hemorrhaging my mana. You're currently at the end of Act 3. Is there a good way to better my defenses? Honestly, I didn't even try to improve my defenses until I finished the campaign. Goddamn. Which, you know, probably should have at some points. But I did not try to improve them as I was doing the campaign, and it was to my detriment. I died a few times, but for the most part, I just let the damage run course, and I got through, and I started building defenses at about level 75, Clem. But if you're wanting immediately, there is a unique helmet. I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. It's a low-level unique helmet with really good resists. I'll try to look it up right now. Actually, you know what? I won't even say helmet. I'll open the door to potentially other things. So, cold resistance, fire resistance, and lightning resistance. That's not the one. Not Orion's Cobble. Maybe I need to go required level 12, but I don't think that's it. 12. I guess the Cobble has a couple of other ones. Yeah, I was trying to find you an easy, unique to grab, but I can't remember what it's called. Glimpse of Chaos is an Exalt, and it's actually got decent stuff. Can be modified while corrupted. Yeah, that's one that I'm actually surprised he's only selling it for 1 exalt, and it's been there for a day. Probably a price fixer. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now, sorry. But there are a few uniques that give you good resistances, like good all resistances, and I'd say that would be the way to go. If you can, just try to find an amulet kind of like this, or just get some rings of whatever resistance you're messing with. And a belt is way too expensive, but that is a way to go. But yeah, damage is probably the best defense for you right now. I have not tested with Primal Strike yet. It's on my list of things to do, but first I gotta get this online the way I want to. I feel like I was very close to getting it how I wanted, and then I had a hiccup and it made me sad. So I will definitely figure out how I want this to feel, and when I have it in a place that I'm comfortable with and that I think is ready to share with you guys, I'll definitely be putting a video out to exactly my findings and make a proper build guide. But if you have any advice with using Primal Strikes, I'd love to know, because I haven't used it since the campaign, and I just noticed that it consumed the shock on it, and I really did not like that. Because it needs shock to come online, and then it consumes the shock. It seemed backwards. But it looks so pretty. Like having the cascading wave of whatever elemental beast. Yeah, that's sexy. How do I get enough int to equip the scepter? Essentially, you come through here and you get whatever you need on the tree. And then if your scepter had int on it, like there, how it's got 29 int, that helps you equip it even easier. Whoa. I got a bad guy on me.
Are you sure about that one? Seems risky.
Like this, and then like that. And then can I come around? There's, honestly, probably big goodies to be had if I put it there instead.
Taking on some serious danger, I see.
Kind of wasting a charge doing it that way, though. Unfortunate. Like this, like this, like this.
Are you sure about that one? Seems risky.
And 5. There we go. You know, I don't have Spearfield anymore on my bar. That's weird.
Let's see what shakes loose. Straight through the art.
There we go. Come on, and Spearfield to keep him off. Yeah. Spam some mana flask now, because I'm like really spamming mana in a way that I wasn't before. And there we go. We are safe. And that is a lot of sun artifacts. And dodge roll, because that is messing me up. Get. Oh, their proximal tangibility. That is not good. These are bad enemies for me, and their proximal tangibility. Crap. Okay, so.
Need a moment.
Oh my god. Okay, I think I took care of most of them.
That's cleared him out.
And that's that. Okay, good. Screw those guys. That was rude. Whew. Proximal tangibility is the worst mod. It's so hard to deal with on this, especially with enemies like that where you get close, you die, essentially. Oof. Any scepter recommendations? I'd say if you are lacking on any defensives, like this one here, Purity of Ice, gives me 37% cold resistance with the level 16 one that I can use. So that's incredible. That saved me for a long time for my resistances, and that's what I was using. Now I'm going to have to actually solve them with my gear. I no longer have the band-aid, but yeah, I'll fix it at some point. And there's also Purity of Fire, Purity of Lightning, if you have one of those. If you don't need the resistances, there's also Discipline, which would give you a big chunk of energy shield, which could be kind of like a pseudo life bar. And if you don't want to worry about... I literally just had this drop for me. Like, literally just had it drop for me, and I'm testing to see how it feels. And honestly, I'm kind of preferring the Scepter, because then I don't have to worry about Sniper's Mark. But it does have a benefit with manual casting Sniper's Mark, a really big benefit. So I'm at the boss here. I'm going to wait for it to do its thing. I just missed it. Anyways, Sniper's Mark drop, Sniper's Mark drop, Sniper's Mark drop, Sniper's Mark drop, Sniper's Mark drop. The real issue is just the cooldown on Sniper's Mark. Oop, I'm not even looking at the ground, I'm just showing Sniper's Mark. And yeah, it's a lot more powerful in the mapping for keeping up frenzy charges if you're willing to manual cast Sniper's Mark into packs before you throw your spear, but it's also a bit of a pain in the ass. But honestly, I think I prefer the Scepter. I think I'm gonna keep this in my stash, but rock this. So that way I can have cast on crit, and maybe even a manual Sniper's Mark as my other ability. Yeah, that was an issue with Path of Building. There was nothing that I could do about that. It was before the latest updates and everything. It's just they hadn't fixed everything yet. There was a lot of issues with it, and what I fought with to get is the best that I could get at the time. With that said, it might be fixed now. I will try to open up that latest video. Let's go to my channel. That just opened my image. Open link in a new tab. Oh, that's open image in a new tab. Whatever, I'll just do this. So here's the max roll. And when I go open in POB, open path building, it should just open this way. And I know the max roll itself doesn't work. Yeah, so imported build. Yeah, it works. It's working for me. It opened path of building and it did its own thing. If it's not working, I don't know what to do. That's really the only option I have at the time. Like, it does not work in max roll for whatever reason. It's broken here, but yeah, there's no web version, unfortunately. And max roll, for whatever reason, every time it exports wrong. Of course. Sure. Here's the passive tree, but it is changing. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how much pinpoint shot is doing, but it could be really good. It could also be pointless. These nodes are all fun. I might drop the skill speed nodes just to get more, well, skill speed, and then drop these nodes as well. I'm planning on coming up here and getting Fork pretty soon, but this is just what I have until I get a Greater Jeweler's Orb. I cannot, for the life of me, have a Greater Jeweler's Orb drop, though. It's terrible. And that's a low roll on it, so I'll just sell it to the Venter. And then, ooh, I got Rage on melee hit. That's a good one. Then I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally just drop those all the time. Drop this, come here, put that in here, put this in here, and use that map. And these are the uniques that I think could be especially good for this class. I'm currently at the spear part of the skill tree. After that, which point should I be working towards? So I'm assuming you got all of these. Get this one last, this crit damage node. Save this, like, don't get it right away. Same thing with escape velocity, don't get these right away. If I were you, early on, if you're still using melee skills, like the slams or whatever, come up here. But if you're not, if you're using explosive lance to proc your storm lances, definitely come down here for the accuracy nodes. They're better. These are all good. These are extremely good. Then you'd come past here. Then I would stick with stand and deliver, but this is a good option too. This is a good option as well. You could come over here. The maiming nodes are very good early on. The spear skills are good. I really thought attack speed was the most essential thing early though. I thought attack speed made everything feel better. So I came here and I got the skill speed, and I came up here for the attack speed part of the spears first, and then I came up with all my, because everything's accuracy stacking, accuracy spears stuff. I got this attack speed one for 250 accuracy, and it gave a bunch of attack speed. And I think this is attack speed too. It made it feel a lot better. At the time, leveling up in the campaign, I also came here to get these attack speed nodes. Like, attack speed was very essential, but they have buffed the attack speed on Lightning Spear and Stormlance, so it might not be as essential anymore. With that said, though, this is all good stuff to come into. I would not path down into any of this until you filled out this whole area and, like, got the heralds and then came up here for the crit chance. I think that would be best. Come, like, deal with this, and then come up here and deal with this. Because early on, this Herald node is going to be huge. Herald the Thunder to give you 50% more lightning damage all the time. You're going to enjoy having that on your build.
The sands swallow your enemies.
Ooh. That's right. I still need to put the Castle and Crypt back on because I put the Scepter back on. Keystone critical level 15. I don't know what else I took off. The downside of... Oh, that's that one. Guess the level 15 is the one without the upgrade, so I'm going to take you. Put you on. Good stuff. And then I think it starts with an I, the next one. Ingenuity. No. Cost. Port. Impetus. There we go. Impetus is the other one. And now I think I should just have, yeah, the 60 or so spirit left over. And that's where I was using the Roa, which... Oh, that's right. Spirit for these ones. So that way I can get a free clarity, cannibalism, and then take those, give my Herald a little bit more damage, because why not? Deadly Heralds onto Herald of Thunder. I can't believe I didn't put another buff on there. Take Precision, put it on here, because it does not consume Spirit here for whatever crazy reason. And now I still have 64 Spirit to go. Thinking if I should corrupt that chest piece, although my luck would... Oh, you got the chest piece. Holy crap, X Factor. That's fantastic. Well, the one good thing is, if you're corrupting uniques, you can't really completely gut it. So, grabbing any unique here. So, like, if you were to get this, the worst you could do is, like, reduce one of the mods. Like, maybe it'd be 4% max lightning res. But it's not like you're going to... I'm not even too sure what it would... It'd probably lower the the resistances you getting from it. I'm pretty sure it'd lower the resistances. I don't think it has anything else that can lower from it. Don't need that anymore. Got too many pages open now. Trying to find things. I don't need that anymore. This is it. So yeah, I think the only thing it could lower is the all elemental resistances. So you're kind of safe to corrupt it a bit, but I guess you're probably going for like a 3rd gem slot, eh? That makes sense. Well, I am impressed that you were able to get one so fast. How much did it put you back? Is there a way to find out what it can affect? Yeah, there is. Here, I'll show you. Path of Building. It's a beautiful app. Craft item. Body armor. Create. And now you see here on the corrupt, here's all the corruptions you can get from body armor. You can get life, chaos resistance, maximum resistance, reduced attributes, damage taken as mana, recouped as mana, damage taken recouped as life, thorns damage, additional physical damage reduction. And then there is also, you can get an extra socket, and it can also, like these are the positive ones. It can also get an extra socket, and then there's also rolls better defensives, which it can do for any chest piece, and then obviously it can roll that it lowers one of the mods on the unique. When it comes to rares, though, it can brick rares, like it can change the mods around and really make you hate life that way. Okay, I'm still on Riverside. I hope that helped, X Factor.
It's like I'm back where it all began.
Did I not put on all the slots? No, I did not. Whatever. Screw it. Doesn't matter. Spearfield back because I'm a big enjoyer of Spearfield right now.
I will break you.
That said, though, why is my cast on crit not giving me any crits to cast on? Come on. I'm not seeing any sniper's marks anywhere. Is it turned on? It's turned on with sniper's mark. I guess we'll definitely notice when we get to the boss. But it is inconsistent in the map. It's highly consistent against bosses, the cast on crit. So I think I should have one manual and one cast on to make the mapping feel better and make the bossing feel better. Boop, 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 boop. Come on, you. See, like, there's no reason why the cast on crit should be barely giving me anything there. There we go. Finally, finally. That is where the Lycosa Day shield comes in. It gives you a lot more crit chance because it doubles your accuracy rating, which would help anything crit-wise pop off better. You're sitting 75, 75, 75, and 24. That's fantastic. That's really fantastic. And you also have godly damage now, I bet. Crescent Targe? What kind of shield is that? Hopefully it's a good one.
I'll take that.
Because I got Essence of Haste, which is a win. Oh boy. I think this will be the last map for tonight. It's getting a little bit late, getting a little bit tired. Definitely making mistakes zoning in and out a little bit. Any tips? Tangibility. I hate this mod so much. Any tips for increasing Stormlands with only Scattershot, Explosive Spear now in Act 3? Yeah, for sure. Just 1 second. There we go. I'll get that checkpoint so that if something silly happens, I at least have the checkpoint. So, Stormlance does really good with momentum. It's a 40% more damage multiplier. It doesn't matter that you toss it down there. I make that move, and it's getting increased damage. That whole thing has 40% increased damage because I'm moving after it's on the ground. It's a huge damage increase there. It also does work with elemental focus because you're not really caring about it shocking if you can get shocks from infused weapon. But if you can't, I'd say don't put elemental focus on because you could put on primal armament for having no downside. You could also do Rising Tempest if you have infused weapon. That's 36% more damage, and as long as you're consuming a charge and getting infused weapon off, this is Lightning, Cold, and Fire. It gets all the procs for Rising Tempest, and it's incredible. The reason why I have elemental focus on here instead, like Rising Tempest will come down for Stormlance as soon as I can, essentially. But infused weapon, I want this to be my boss shocker. It'll have like shock magnitude. It's going to be entirely utility, and that will vastly increase your damage on bossing. It'll essentially be another link for the Stormlance without having it to be on your Stormlance. You know, I'm kind of saddened that I'm saying this is my last map because my drops have been vastly better the last very little bit. 44% increased spirit, but the odds of it getting another spirit are extremely small. And that's junk. That's junk. And this one... junk. Okay, now we have room for other stuff. Well, I hope that helped with your spearing skills. You know how to do the rotation, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be specifically those ones. There's some really good supports for it in level 1. You just, like, this one, Bullseye, I'm pretty sure is a rank 1 support, and it's fantastic. 50% more accuracy rating. That's going to work with your node very well. Concentrated effect would work, but I don't like it on there at all because you want it to hit even if the enemy is moving, and if it has lower AoE, that makes it more difficult. You could put on, for Stormlance, Lightning Infusion is really good. Only for Stormlance. It's not, I mean, you could do it on Lightning Spear too, but Stormlance is actually really good with Lightning Infusion.
Lightning strikes twice.
What would I... Oop. Okay, so I guess those guys didn't get knocked back from the spears. I mean, they did get knocked back, just not all the way back. Interesting. Hold on here. Okay. What would you put on the heralds with 4 supports available? I mean, Deadly Herald, if you can afford it, is nice because it's not going to go anywhere else, but that's expensive, so pretend like you can't afford it for a second there. I use Electrocute Neural Overload so that way it gives you passive procs for your Combat Frenzy. I like that a lot. And then something like, just use what you're not using on Lightning Spear for damage. So you wouldn't be able to use Deliberation, so that one could go on one of these, no problem. But then, like, I guess all of those would be on it. Like Long Shot would be a good one. Lightning Infusion is an option. You can't use Ambrosia. Embitter could be incredible because you're going to be rocking around with Innervate going on, and Embitter will then turn that into cold damage for Lightning Herald of Thunder, which would give you crazy damage for that. There's a bunch of other supports that I don't have in here for just straight damage, but they would be definitely helpful. Magnified Effect is an obvious one. Yeah, just mostly straight damage. Plus lightning skills is a decent one as well. If you were to go Trinity though, I would recommend getting a level 19 or 20 Trinity, and then you can bring it up to level 22 very easily with the mastery skills. And if you get it to 22, then it does another 1% more damage multiplier for your elements per 50. And so you can get it up to 13% more damage per stack of resonance on it, or per 50 resonance on it, I guess. I'm using the wrong button entirely. And then, yeah, you can get, in theory, like 78% more damage from it. But it wouldn't actually give you 78% damage, but it's still crazy how much damage you get.
Storm's back.
There we go.
Pack's
I
on.
really like Stormlance for how consistent the damage is. I'm surprised at how consistent it is.
We are deep into the most dangerous areas now.
Oh, perfect. Boom. Another thing is Atlas skill points. Hell to the yeah. Ooh. 1 in 3 chance to corrupt an additional time. There we go. We got extra points. We're all in on Essence now. You know, essences found in your maps have 30% increased chance to be greater essence. I thought that was 30% chance to be greater essence, but no. That's not how it works at all. I think there's a way to make stuff shatter like the monk did last meet. Oh yeah, 100% there is. There's actually quite a few ways to make them shatter. One of them
Home away
is
from home.
Embitter, like I was saying, which makes any extra damage as be cold, and then that would give you crazy damage conversion that way. If you're trying to do the light or cold infusion, you might not have enough damage to freeze right now. It's just they upped freeze threshold, so you need to. Yeah, it uses none at all. It's fantastic, like really, really fantastic. Don't need that, and don't. No. Nah, I don't need it. Okay then. I am curious to see what it looks like on your end for that chest piece, because that's, yeah, that sounds fantastic. Like legitimately, I wonder if it scales with your level. Like when you hit 90, will you get 6 slots? Your base energy shield gen delays. So that's not worth anything, and this isn't worth anything. Okay, that's unfortunate. But I can post them away that way at least. So let's just go through some good ones for Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice. Obviously Deadly Herald, if you can afford the spot. Honestly, I don't even know if Deadly Herald would cost anything on it being there. Good morning, Jamie. Thanks for coming by. Obviously Ambush is really good if you're thinking it's going to be the first hit. So potentially you could put that on Herald of Thunder, because... Oh no, Herald of Thunder wouldn't get it on the first hit. Never mind, it wouldn't be good for that one. I'm wanting to try Break Endurance with some things, but that wouldn't be there for you. Blindside is fantastic, like ridiculously good on a skill, so you can make one of the heralds like, well, no, you wouldn't want the heralds to blind. You'd want that on something like Spear Field or your infused weapon there. Concentrated effect, incredible on it for damage. If you didn't want it anywhere else, it'd be like a Herald of Thunder thing, not ice. Then there is the, not Deep Freeze, but Glaciation is fantastic if you're trying to build up Freeze with Herald of Thunder again. Support skills 100% more chance to shock. Conduction obviously really good so that it pops the enemies, and you wouldn't have the cascading chains anymore, but it doesn't mean it couldn't help stop other things stack. Frost Nexus would be really good so that if you did get the freezes, you get the chilled ground as well, which would help keep things away from you. But I would prefer really any other way of keeping things up. Now, Ice Bite and Innervate are the big ones. So if you had Herald of Thunder to freeze, you'd put Ice Bite on it, and it would give you crazy damage all throughout the map. I'm really glad you like it, Jamie. And then you'd get, not Innovate. Starts with an I, though. Whatever the lightning one is, you'd get that one on the other one as well. And then coming through all of these, checking them out. So Jamie, how far are you in the campaign now? Or did you get through to endgame? Ambrosia, I really want to work, but I can't seem to get my flask to charge fast enough, so unfortunately that's not a thing. Bone Shrapnel would be a lot of fun. Coursing Currents could be decent, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Close combat, no for the Heralds. Cold Pen on Herald of Ice, for sure, would be amazing. Final act left now. Very good. Very, very good. The Doriani fight on that one was a lot easier than the one in Act 3, so I was happy with that. I think you're going to steamroll them. Dire Strike has no purpose, unfortunately. Just checking a little bit of everything. Embitter, obviously, I was talking about. That would help you get the damage conversion to give you more freezes. All the pens would be decent on this time around. Inevitable Critical is good for Wind Dancer, not for this. Long Shot's fantastic. You are dazed for 5 seconds on critically striking supported skills. That's funny. Maim would be nice as a defensive lair, but I don't think it's needed. Reach. Honestly, Reach would probably be pretty great because it's going to be way more than 2 meters away for whatever you're putting on, and then it gives it more area of effect, so that'd be fantastic for Herald of Ice, and then it would help give you magnified effect for something else. Like, this would be huge. You could also put on the exposures and then potentially like strip away if you really wanted to apply exposure that way. And I'm trying to see what else there might be on here. Cannot cause freeze buildup, but consume freeze to do a bunch more damage. You could put that on Herald of Ice because actually it wouldn't be worth it on Herald of Ice at all because you won't be getting enough freezes. Unless you were to go to like getting the Call of the Brotherhood ring, that would do it, but it's not a very good ring. It does help you out in the short term, but it's not good long term. Lightning like all the masteries are decent in the short term. Immolate is fantastic because you're going to be gaining a bunch of damage because you're going to be igniting all the things around it. Oh, mapping's been going pretty great. But yeah, I think that's a decent list here. I don't know how volatility works. I want that to be good. That might be fun because you'll be getting a lot of crits with it. And Vergless is just terrible. Don't worry about Vergless at all. Yeah, there's that. Alrighty, so you had Painter Gloves drop and tempted to play around with varying elemental supports. How's the mapping going? Yeah, mapping is going really good. I bought a couple of these trying to make it work. I really am trying to make it work. And you can get with offset ones like this, like I had 1065, you can get 2 of the elements charged up really well for Trinity support, but I wasn't able to get all 3. I needed to get them all the same, like 777 or 999 kind of thing, and then I was able to charge up Trinity all the way. However, I didn't have enough damage to freeze with Lightning Spear, and so that meant I wasn't getting any any Combat Frenzy proximate, so it just felt really disappointing. And the shocking was less consistent, and obviously the fire damage doesn't really matter, so I really wanted Painter Gloves to be fantastic. And like I got a nice boss that, you know, you nuke him pretty quick, but I hoped so much that it was going to be better than it was. With that said, though, I'm going to hold on to them because I feel like as you get further into the game with stronger and stronger gear, it will be I honestly think this is going to be best in slot once we get enough tools to actually move forward with the other things and take advantage of Trinity support, because Trinity is obscenely powerful. But right now, we just don't have the tools for it because we're a little bit down on damage. So like I also got things like this: critical hits with spells, apply 5 stacks of critical witness. Oh, you don't know Trinity? Trinity is ridiculous. Right here. So you see how it says 7% more elemental damage with attacks per 50 resonance of any type? If I get this to level 20, it goes up to 10%. And then I can use, or even level 19 is fine as well. But then I can use something like these mastery jewels and put it in here. And I can bring it up to level 22 very easily. And it'll be 11% more elemental damage per 50 resonance of any type. But then the quality gives it 2 more, so that's 13% more elemental damage per resonance. Resonance is just how it stacks up. I can show it to you pretty easily. Just one second. Let's just turn off Herald of Thunder for now. So we got Trinity here. We come into the map. It stacks up points based on how much elemental damage you've done, and it only gives you points for the highest amount of elemental damage. So I used those gloves to balance it, so in theory it should have given equal amounts, all of them, but it didn't work that way. So I come here and it only charges up lightning. I would never get cold or fire with this setup, and even if it was only a little bit, because like the other thing is I have a tiny touch of cold damage all over my gear, so something like Spear Field only does a little bit of extra cold damage, no physical. So if I found some enemies, I could stack it up pretty quick and easy. I don't think I'm going to find any enemies here, though. I might need to do a new map. Let's see here. Any enemies here? Okay, perfect. So you can see I'm stacking it up pretty good with cold, but then watch this. One lightning spear. Or sorry, I guess one where I have to hit things. It just drains it so fast. And the larger the group, the faster it drops. But you see right now this is over half, and this is full when it had the bright light, so that meant I was getting... You see how it says per 50? But you come over here, you can get up to 100 resonance. So that means I got 2 stacks for 14% more elemental damage from the lightning. It'd been 26 if this was fully decked out. And then another potentially 13 from that cold there, so 39. But oh, good job, X Factor. That's a good snipe. Real good snipe. And then, yeah, if you could also get that, then with the cold, it's whatever the numbers are right now. So 26, so 52% elemental damage if you were able to stack lightning up and then get a little bit of fire, a little bit of cold. But the problem is, when you had those gloves on, it completely balanced it so they do the exact same amount of damage. And then Volt came in and gave you damage as extra lightning and completely upset the balance, and so then you were only getting lightning stacks. And then when Innervate kicked on, it was more only lightning damage, so then you're still only getting lightning. It worked fantastic against bosses though with Stormlance. You would drop the Stormlance and you would basically instantly get full Trinity. Sometimes it was a little inconsistent, but a lot of the times you'd get the full stacks, and so that's like 50 something more damage for your elements, and you're doing all elemental, because you see here when it's the frenzy charge, it's 100% physical, 100% physical, 100% physical converted to lightning. And same thing with the lightning spear here. 100% of physical is lightning, so it's literally just a monstrous damage multiplier. But unfortunately, it didn't fit the best because it was splitting your damage over all 3 elements, so you weren't getting enough flat damage to get the shocks and the freezes that you needed. And it just made mapping overall feel a lot worse. And I was very saddened by that. And yeah, when you have the gloves, it would take like this, all of these elemental damage numbers, combine them, and then divide them by 3 and put them in all 3 of them, but not evenly. For whatever reason, there was a small discrepancy, and not just because I had the flat on here. It had a small discrepancy. And I made sure I had the exact same amount of pen by only having elemental pen that did all elements, and it still was inconsistent. It didn't take into account the as extra applied after the fact. And then, yeah, like I said, the biggest deal breaker of it was not being able to freeze. So yeah, I've seen someone use Trinity in their version of Lightning Huntress. All they're doing is using only the Lightning Infusion, because that's still 26% more damage. With me using a Scepter, I'm going to put Trinity in 100%. I just want a little bit better Scepter. Or if I can get a way to not need the Herald of Thunder to get my Frenzy charges with Combat Frenzy, I'll do it that way. Like, I don't want to put Electrocute in like Lightning Spear or something, but if I have to find another way, I will. Excuse me. Because I really want automated Frenzy charges as much as possible. And yeah, I think the person you're talking about, I've seen Puget do it. He's a really good build creator. I followed him back in like 3.23 Path of Exile, so this is like almost 2 years ago. And he was good, like a really good build creator, and I kind of used him for inspiration in like another one of my builds in a later league in Path of Exile 1. Like, if he says something, it's probably pretty good, and he's using it because it's great. Have you seen Travik's Huntress build? His video popped up on my feed, but I haven't seen it yet. You're new to the grand scheme of things, Lazy Exile? Yeah. I'm not too sure who that is. But yeah. These are... Everybody has a little bit of a different way to do it. Like, if we were all just echoing each other, it would be no point in sharing it. Like, don't just put content out for the sake of content. But doing things just a little bit differently is what makes it actually have good variety. Like, as far as I know, I think I'm the only person who's using Spearfield, and I'm using it specifically for Like, bludgeon is fantastic with it. Like, it's ridiculously good at keeping things off of you. And then before I had put blind onto infused weapon, I had it there, and it was blinding crowds as well. Jamie, I did put out a POB, but it was glitched because POB needed to update. In the next video, like the next build update video, I'll have a proper POB based on my findings and what I have going on in here. Right now, I still haven't gotten a single greater or perfect jeweler's orb. And once I get just like 5 slots for lightning spear, storm lance, and like honestly even just lightning spear and storm lance, I'd put out an updated build guide and show what I would do there, because I really want to see if fork support is like super amazing on lightning spear like I think it will. And if it is, I'll be coming up here to come through and get a 100% chance for an additional projectile. And I know, like, obviously that won't do anything for Stormlance because that just stabs into the ground, but it'll make clearing feel even better. On Spearfield, I got Bludgeon and Rage, and I have some pretty fun ideas going forward with that. So with Spearfield, not Impale, not Rearm. It's not even showing it on there. But Knockback. There's this thing right here, Punch Through. Explored skills apply easy target on knockback. And easy target is something new. I didn't know what it was. But it's a debuff which causes the next projectile attack hit against the affected target to deal increased damage. At which point the debuff is consumed. But then they just keep walking into more spears and keep applying it. So I feel like Punch Through could be absolutely ridiculous on it. Absolutely ridiculous. And since it does more damage based on the knockback distance, you might put in Arm's Length. There was a few others on here that I saw that were absolutely hilarious. Oh yeah. Let's just type in break. Because there's break endurance, 40% chance to gain an endurance charge when support skills fully break armor. And then support skills break armor when inflicting a heavy stun. So you get a good chance, but that's heavy stun. This is just when you fully break armor. And then there's trigger an explosion when they fully break enemy armor, and break armor equal to 15% of the damage dealt. So there's lots of ways to stack armor break on here. I'm not too sure exactly how it's going to work out, but yeah, it could be absolutely fantastic. Poisons applied also break armor equal to 80%, so maybe putting this with some poison on it could be fantastic. Oh, they've done a fantastic job with it. Like, there's a lot of creativity to be had in here. And the fact that we are getting so much physical damage from this node, like a ridiculous amount of physical damage, it allows for build creativity and diversity because a lot of things are based on physical. And Spearfield's about to get another pretty big buff too, come whenever the patch is out. So yeah. A lot of things to think about that can be done, and if we get the endurance charges, obviously we can use that with elemental infusion. And then if that happens, I mean, first let's check out here for endurance. I guess there's just like rally. Support skills consume all endurance charges to restore maximum life per endurance charge consumed. This way, support skills cannot generate endurance charges. Perfect. Now you just got rally on something somewhere to give you free healing when you're getting endurance charges for basically no effort. And then you consume those with your infused weapon to do a bunch of extra fire damage. Oh, no worries, Clem. I used to be in the same boat. I did entirely too much uh, deep diving into these things to get my head around the concept of these games. Like, this is a extremely over the top game for like burden of knowledge. Oh, so many hours. So many hours theory crafting. Like, I I spent 2 hours today just trying to figure out how to get those damn gloves to work. So like, the things that I learned right now are like, the reason why it doesn't work with even like a small bit of percent off is because when you do lightning spear, a single hit has all those extra projectiles breaking out and hitting again, and they all count as individual hits. So if it does a little bit more lightning damage, one lightning spear in a big pack will just immediately erase all your other um, resonance from Trinity, and unfortunately make it kind of wiped out and not good. Yeah, it just breaks the build right away. And so you have to be really careful with how you stack it. And because Stormlance, it did not take advantage of any added damage, as instead you just did things like more damage, and then scatter shot. And then we'd be putting other things in like, well, one, over abundance is amazing because it doubles how fast it explodes, and yeah, you do that so then you can do just like spamming the spear. It gives you +1 spear, and then you also do quality on this guy, so that way you get maximum of 5 spears going out, so that when you are spamming it, as long as you're able to keep up the frenzy charges for them to automatically explode, it's super good. And yeah, just don't get any added damage, and it took full advantage of the Trinity support. Rising Tempest 100% does work with Infused Weapon because it's a lightning cold fire, so as long as you're using one of them, it completely activates the entire thing. It's so good. And so Rising Tempest again would be amazing on Stormlance. And then Lightning Spear, Innervate is on there, and I wanted so bad to get it to be able to freeze enemies. And so I'm thinking, I don't have it there. That's Ambrosia. Embitter. If supported skills would gain extra damage of any other type, they would gain extra cold damage instead. Yeah, I feel like after getting Innervate off and Volt giving that extra lightning damage, as turn that into cold, then that might be enough to freeze. And then if you get one freeze off, you can also put Ice Bite on there, and then you have Lightning Spear stacking up a whole bunch of crap all over the place. I'm glad you're enjoying it, X Factor. Like, honestly, if you could show me how it is, invite me to your game, I would love to see how it is in action. Herald of Thunder and Fire. Nice. Yeah, those fire explosions are really sexy. Like, really sexy. Still at 3-hole divines, but if somebody were to buy any of these, which I would appreciate, please, all the Chinese people with way too much currency doing all the gold farming on the market, buy my stuff. Please, I don't think these things are worth a divine, but I don't even know what else to price them at because I don't know what the currency exchange rate is right now. I've been Bombazon is my name right here. I have not done any market checking for anything really. I've just been theory crafting, and it's been holding me back. I thought I would be okay with just running maps and getting some drops that way, but my drops have been absolute ass. But yeah, that's how to spell it, X Factor. Oh, that might work. At No, it doesn't work that way. It needs to be your character name. What's your character name? Yeah, if you give me your character name, I can whisper that, then invite to party. Excuse me. Well, that makes it easy. It says, failed to whisper, does not exist. Maybe I typed it in wrong? No, that's the same. There we go. Invite to party. That, oh, I didn't, I see. It was the underscore versus the dash. Alrighty. Sure. Let's check it out. Alrighty, I am here. Oh, that does look sick. That looks so good. It's got like the multiple popping fire explosions. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. More, even more now I need to buy that chess piece somehow. Oh, man.
Straight through the heart.
Well, I'm impressed that you're able to get currency. I am struggling with it so hard this league, which is unexpected. I was expecting to get a few drops and use that to cascade my wealth, but I just got nothing. If we're in here, I'm just going to... Oh, I'm lagging pretty hard here. We're just going to keep them off me with spear fields. Let you get the nice pretty explosions. I'm stuck under a barrier though. There we go. Alrighty. I'm curious to see what the explosion that I could get from doing this to people would be, but that's a thing for later. That chess piece, that's the one that we were talking about earlier, the Coming Calamity. It is an expensive chess piece that has some of the best stats in the game because it gives you all 3 heralds for free. Well, thank you for showing that off, X Factor. I love it. I really love it. That's fantastic. I gotta get me some of that. I think he got it through trade, but
Jimdag, I beg of you, I walk free.
yeah, I'm glad you're in here too. But it's almost 220. Oh yeah, I don't even know how to get it. That's a good question. It's listed for 300 div. What the hell? I can't even put gems into it because I need 176 strength. That's funny. That's way too much strength. It's listed for 7 divines. 7 and 8 divines. For lowerish ones. And that's what I'm trying to get. You're probably looking for the ones that are level 20. Yeah, pay 10, that sounds about right. Oh, that makes sense, Jamie, yeah. I'll look it up. Let's see here, the Coming Calamity. It can drop anywhere. So, if you have heroic armors that are white, that's worth chancing. I guess that's it. You need to chance heroic armors. Otherwise, just get lucky. Get really lucky. So now with that said, uniques, do I have it in here? by some strange miracle. No. No. That would have been too funny if it was there, though. That would have been hilarious. Oh, I know. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. I could sell this and get a little bit because it's a really good chess piece. But, I mean, that's where I put most of my currency into. I think I paid a divine for it. Or maybe it was two, I can't remember. But it was a really good chess piece. And now it's the first thing I want to replace. Alright, well thanks again everybody for stopping by. I do need to get to bed. I actually streamed for longer than I thought I would. It is quite late. I'm very close to level 89. But you guys have been pretty sweet. Thanks again. What are my normal hours? I don't really have a set stream schedule yet. I'm trying to just hit all kinds of different crowds so that I'm mostly just trying to get ready for the next drop so that I can, you know, have a couple of people see me from all over the place. But it's 2:20 right now my time. I'm usually on here around like 9 a.m. or like 1 p.m. is when I would turn on, depending on what the schedule's like, because my girlfriend has a very inconsistent work schedule. She works all over the place and I try to stream when she's not here. That's the best for me. Last night, I don't even remember if I was on last night. No, I wasn't, because we had to go out of town today and we had things to prepare for. I had fully intended to stream last night, but unfortunately it just wasn't possible. But yeah, thanks again, you've been pretty sweet. That's a really cool chess piece. I'm glad I got to see it in action. That was better than I expected. But good night, everybody.